Guys, we're not done with this game yet. I don't think we can finish it tonight, based on what I've seen. Yeah, there's more than like 3 hours left. So, we'll probably end up finishing this tomorrow instead, because I'm doing Saturday streams now while FreakBot's out of town. But, yeah, I mean, we're kind of invested in the story at this point. It's like crazy. It's like a madman fucking wrote this, okay? Because of how extended and good it actually is. But, you know, well, the game is good. It is just kind of going on for a little too long. But we're in too deep now, so we're gonna finish it. Anyway, before we begin, the usual shill. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. I'm trying to get more subscribers to the YouTube channel. If we get every 50 subs, we'll get a playthrough of a game. 550 will get us Klonoa Beach Volleyball and a second attempt at Buster Bust Loose for SNES. 600 will be Super Metroid. And if we get 600 by March 28th, I will do a webcam stream wearing the costume of the VTuber model, which I did for the 500 sub goal. Also, I'm still trying to figure out what to do if we reach 1,000 before the end of the year. I'm not entirely sure. Suggestions are welcome for that. Also, join the Discord server. Link is in the description. And come give me a follow over on Twitch. Also, I keep mentioning there's been like reality distortions happening ever since we beat Gygus. I think they're getting worse. I've been keeping an eye on them, and I'm getting a little concerned that something is gonna happen. But we'll not worry about that right now. Also, I forgot to wake up Nico. Oh man, what the fuck? What is wrong with me? Before we begin, we cannot begin without our ever-present, still in development bot. Where is he? Hurry up, Nico! Wake up! Go, go! There you are. There he is. Okay, say hi. Alright, Nico's here. Now we can actually begin. So let's load a game. Let's load a game. There it is. This one. Yes. Wednesday fair. Okay. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, yeah, so there's still a lot of game left. I was hoping to finish it tonight, but we will, gonna cause during VTuber Robin 2. The real Rob. Oh no! A fate worse than death. But you're actually kind of close about something. Anyway. Okay. Where were we? Even though we're pretty far into the fall season, today is a nice day. It's a nice day out. There's a storm coming in later today with a cold front, so temperatures outside are bearable enough to relax in. One last respite before the unforgiving cold of winter settles in. I decided to celebrate by eating lunch outside. After a good bit of prodding, Olivia joined me.
Inko, it's so cold. I'll freeze my veins solid.
It's 70 degrees and you already agreed, so calm down. She's cold-blooded, bro. We step out into the chilled air. We haven't seen that before. She pulls the drawstrings of her hoodie, taunt, yanking it shut again. When I try moving her along, when I try to move her along, she starts dragging her tail on the ground. You're secretly enjoying this, aren't you? That hoodie isn't hiding your silly little grin. There's a table by the edge of the yard. It looks pretty good. Now it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Alone. Sitting at the picnic table in complete silence. Ingenious one-liners flow through my head like slam poetry champion. Yet I can't work up the will to say anything about about the wedding to her. Guess there's always later. Oh, shoot, that also... I am so not prepared. I forgot to pull up the guide. Make sure I find the right one this time. There it is, okay.
Let's
okay.
fucking go.
Yes. Alright, I got it. Sorry, I'm very not prepared today. I kind of rushed in here and sat down. Okay. So, Olivia. The Gator lifts her head from her roast beef sandwich, staring directly at me.
What's up?
How about this weather?
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. I'm not used to coastal towns, so this is a nice change of pace.
Well, it's pretty chilly. Wonder why we're the only ones out here.
Pretty empty out here today.
Maybe it's like a human dino thing, more acclimated to snow. Even with the hoodie, it's a lot colder than I like.
Oh, why'd you agree to come outside with me?
Well, you wanted to, and I...
And you... Go on. Olivia's lips quiver a little as she tries to work out the words to say. Her mouth isn't up to the task as a flush of scarlet spreads across her cheeks and makes her pouting lips glow. Very impressive that an alligator would blush, by the way. Through, all the scales.
Hey! Stop looking at me like that! I mean, where are you from? Where are you from, then?
Well, you see, Olivia, I was on display at a clothing store, and then some voodoo magic happened, and, well, here I am. Midwest.
Midwest. Only loons come from the Midwest.
Oh, come on, that's not true. I should have given him, like, a Wisconsin accent. Oh, don't you know?
Alright, then. What was it like, then? Alright, what was it like, then?
A lot of empty promises, nothing worth talking about. What was St. Hammond like before I showed up?
Oh, horrible. Everybody here sucked.
They come from Florida, too. Yes, I will confirm. Also, everyone sucks. Cold-blooded preachers. Blood boil.
Well, they still do, I guess. But seriously, most of the faculty had a stick up their ass, and the student body was holding on for dear life. I'd do anything to get out of this place. If I got to take you and Damien with me.
Wow. Colorful. Who's that? Livy and I freeze at a familiar voice. Oh, principal. I was expecting Mia again, and I'd have to mute the stream. The sound of stone grinding on stone echoes through the courtyard as we turn our heads towards whoever said that. Principal Scalar stands just as still as us, her face burning red. Though her jaw is moving, teeth grinding exceptionally loud as she looks at Olivia. Ah. Next to her stands a large whale dressed in his formal attire. I guess Mr. Ferris is still doing that inspection. And did he hear? What were you saying just now about the student morale, Principal Scalar? She doesn't... Whoops. Oh, this is awkward. He doesn't even look up from his clipboard, and he begins jotting down something with a pencil.
I said had. Ever since Principal Scalar took over as our principal, things have gotten better.
Lydia's words do little to make Scalar's face lessen in both color intensity and heat. Yeah, I have to say, the school's way better than my old one, at least by a country mile. Mr. Inco, would you say that your time at St. Hammond since your transfer has been both fruitful and comfortable? I mean, compared to my old school, I've met friends, I've had excellent teachers and classes, and had an all-around good time. I mean, I guess he has, except for getting pelted with a dodgeball and then nearly threatened death threats from Mia. But, you know, other than that, it's been good. Also, the cafeteria food is great here. It actually tastes like food and not microwave reheated gruel. Mr. Ferris gives me a nod and writes something else on his notepad before turning to face Olivia. What about you, Miss Olivia Halford? Halford, was it? Got any more comments regarding St. Hammond? Do be honest, if you please. Olivia shoots me a quick glance before taking a deep breath. Oh, what's she going to do?
Well, school needs more handicap access ramps. Also, the elevator in the main building is busted. Sometimes I get stuck for a few minutes. Also, our PE teacher steals hats from the students and hoards them in the equipment shed.
I can almost feel the heat emanating from Principal Scaler's face as soon as Olivia finishes lodging her complaints. Wouldn't want to be around her after Ferris's visit is over. For his part, Mr. Ferris only nods and writes more down on his clipboard before returning back to face Scaler, who does her best to turn her grimace into some kind of smile. Ferris Whale's day off. He looks more like the principal that was going after Ferris. Seems like there's some issues left over from the previous administration. Are you already taking care of correcting these issues, Miss Halford has pointed out? Principal Scaler nervously clears her throat.
I've already sent a request to the district to have the elevator looked at by a technician.
Mr. Ferris nods and writes something else in the clipboard before clicking his pen and stuffing it into his front suit pocket. I'll have a talk with the superintendent about that request next time I'm at the office. What about this PE teacher Miss Olivia mentions?
Oh, Mr. Coach Sully.
Ferris raises an eyebrow.
It's his legal name. It's his legal name. I know.
He checks the page. And then sighs a bit. Right. Ferris turns to face me. Well, it's enough about St. Hammond for the time being. Miss Inko, how would you say things are going for you, not just as a student, but just as a growing adult? Honestly, at the start of the year, I'd have told you things weren't looking too good. But I met some really good friends here at St. Hammond. I feel like things will be okay for us. Can't help but look towards Olivia as I say that. She stares back in a faint expression of surprise, but quickly melts away into a warm smile.
Yeah, it sums it up pretty well.
Ferris looks up from his clipboard, a smirking forming on his otherwise flat face. I'm glad to hear you two are doing well. The Leviathan finishes jotting down something in his clipboard and finally turning to Principal Scaler. I think I have everything I need for the time being.
So, Mr. Ferris, why don't we adjourn to the faculty lounge?
Of course, we can go over your future budgetary plans over a nice cup of coffee. The inspector turns away, Principal Scaler lagging behind him with a look of pure misery on her face. Hey, we tried, okay? That elevator needs to be fixed, though.
Wish you had done this freshman year.
With a huff and a frown, Olivia stabs at her lunch tray, treating her Caesar salad like a voodoo doll. Well, look on the bright side. He levels her silver eyes on me, but remains focused on treating her salad like its namesake. It's senior year, and we're about halfway through. So we only have to put up with this place for a couple more months. She lances the largest piece of chicken twisting her fork roughly.
And?
Then what? I guess, I don't really have any concrete plans for after school.
What do you mean? You mentioned all that stuff about making a name for yourself.
I mean, yeah, when I first got here, that was the goal. But honestly, I haven't considered what I was going to do to get there. My turn to toy with my meal. You?
Plan on getting an art degree.
Oh, really?
Online, of course.
Oh.
Not like I have any other options. The only time I'm worth anything is when there's a brush in my hand. Only classes I'm really passing, too.
I nod my head in understanding, but she's talking about her future, but it kind of sounds more like resignation than a declaration. I at least have something, even if the path to my goal is vague. The morose mood leaves me at a loss of words. Damn it, I was hoping to actually use this time to, I don't know, I want to talk to Olivia and, ask her something. Or something like that. Super Mr. Ferris and his workplace politics dampening the mood. Buzzkill. The air between us is awkward as we pick at our lunches, and even after the bell rings and we're forced to finish eating, it's still weird. Even if I ask Olivia even when I ask if Olivia would like a push to history, she just remains silent in thought. Olivia had been quiet about 5 minutes now. Even though 5 minutes isn't a long time, Olivia had grown so much chatter as of late, so the silence just felt a bit off-putting to me. A part of me couldn't help but wonder if it's the cold shoulder directed at me or just remaining nerves from the last conversation. No use just thinking about it. So, a penny for your thoughts, Olivia?
Oh, right. Sorry, I guess I'm not here right now.
What were you thinking about exactly? Olivia lets out a sigh and turns her head upward so that her eyes meet mine.
Really got into thinking about what we were talking about earlier. How it seems like neither of us knows what we'll be exactly doing after school's over.
All right, yeah, that. Really haven't given much thought to the fact that I had essentially dropped a bombshell on both of us. Now that I really stopped to think about it, though, the idea that neither of us really knows what to do after graduation is concerning. Most seniors at least have a small idea of what they want to do after graduation. At least I think. Hell, Liz had made a full chart and timeline for herself. I mean, I always figured I'd go to college. But that feels so basic, for lack of a better word. Just be careful with them student loans, bro. Should be some kind of grander plan on what to do with the next big step in life. University, a career, maybe even starting some kind of family. Those are the kinds of plans that come to mind. They're all just simple platitudes at the end of the day, though. Is it even worth making plans? These are the important questions. The more I think about it, the more likely it is that something stupid just comes out of the left field and wrecks everything. You want to make God laugh, tell him your plans and all. I never heard that expression before, but wow, that really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? So maybe all I can really do then is live in the moment. I've always hated that sort of thinking. Just be a sitting duck for life to take pot shots at me? Just live pretending death can't show up and take me at any time? Ah, speak of the devil.
Hey, it's Olivia.
Uh-oh.
And friend.
Please don't play her theme song. It's a Jewish saying? I had never heard it before. Olivia stiffens in her chair.
Oh, hey, Mia.
Olivia's words are a hiss as she tries to face away from the crimson scale girl. Her hand shakingly strains against the wheels of her chair, slowly turning it to.
I got a couple of questions to ask you, Olivia. Would you like to humor me a bit? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't mind.
Ah! The parasaur saunters up and with a sway of her hip pushes me aside as she takes Olivia's reins from me. What the hell? Are you insane? If you think we're going with you, you think we're going with you anywhere?
We?
She looks down at Olivia and back at me. We.
He's funny. We're just going for a little girl talk. No boys allowed, sorry. You're up for that, right, Liv?
Puts a hand on her shoulder and cocks an eyebrow at me like she knows something. There is still like something weird going on here because she was saying that Ben kept calling her, but then he asked Ben and Ben said he hadn't talked to her in a while. So like what was up with that?
So yeah, we'll just be a moment. Don't worry your pretty little head of yours.
I'm left gawking and confused as the two head off in another direction. Olivia doesn't seem to know what to say or do either, so she just goes along with the parasaur wheeling her away. Yes, along with a ton of Cartoon Network stuff. I saw the list. Mystery, yeah. Part of me wants to give chase, but the side eye that Mia sends back to me forces me to stop. I feel useless as I watch the two turn the corner. My thoughts of what I want to do, going after the pair, are betrayed by my body still frozen with an icy glare from Mia. Once again, best not to fuck with the dinosaurs in this world because we did establish they all apparently have superhuman strength. I'm pretty sure Ben can kick his ass. Anyway, I'll just get to class and ask what this is all about later. By the time I get to Miss Prockling's history class, I'm half expecting to find Olivia already waiting for me, some kind of remark primed and ready to be spoken to me. But instead, she isn't here. I reluctantly take my seat, tapping my foot impatiently. Even when the bell comes and goes, there's still no sign of her. Shit. Shouldn't have let Olivia go with her alone. What the hell was I thinking? I really don't want to cut class, but I can't afford anything bad happening to her. Nope, I can't sit and do nothing. I shoot up my hand into the air, causing Miss Procklin to pause mid-lecture.
Yes, Mr. Nito?
Miss Procklin, can I be excused?
Why, class barely started a few minutes ago.
Whoa, dude. Maybe not the best thing to say. I'm halfway out the door already. Where did they go? There's not a soul to be found anywhere. If I were a bitch, where would I harass somebody in secret? Shoot. He needs to learn to speak better. Jeez. Shoot, whatever's between them, I hope it isn't turning physical. I mean, she wouldn't, would she? My hands clench tighter and tighter as I focus on walking faster. Finally, something snaps me out of my trance. A faint sound of squeaking metal. Heard that sound before. Turn toward the source just beyond the door of a nearby classroom. Judging by the paraphernalia covering the door, I think it's the algebra room. I grab the handle and haphazardly throw open the door, praying that I'm not about to rudely interrupt the teacher for a second time today. Ah, shit. Looks like shit. How am I supposed to... Should be happy it's done. What? Ah. Two heads turn to me in a mix of anger and surprise. And they're the heads of the girls I was looking for. It's like a sudden three-way standoff. I was definitely not intended to be a factor in whatever this is. I really should have thought about that before barging in. You should have known better from what Damien did. Jeez. Thank Raptor Jesus, she's okay. This is not what it looks like.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I should ask you two the same question.
Oh my god. Look, Baldy, now's not the time. Don't talk to him like that. Yeah, or what? I told you not to be followed. You were there when we left. He just heard you screaming like a maniac.
I've been forgotten already. Hey. Why are you two in an empty classroom yelling at each other? The two fall deafeningly silent, unwilling or unable to speak. I notice a piece of paper in Mia's hand. It looks like something drawn on it. The style is different, but it's unmistakably one of Olivia's works. Mia, why do you have her drawing? The parasol stops blinking for a few seconds before shoving the paper in her jacket. Before I can question it any further, Olivia speaks up. Inko, why did you come here? You seem like you were in trouble? How touching. Well, we're all in trouble now. We? Yeah, dumbass. I don't have time for this, Hot Wheels. Fill them in. What's the big issue? Olivia claws at her armrest again. Oh, geez, what's happening? She looks ready to cry. Hey, where'd all your vicious bravado go? Yes. Are you afraid to tell him? Afraid of what he'll think? Shut up! Precious, fine, I'll say it. Mia turns to me with a malicious grin. I know about what this prig did during the yearbook art contest. How ordinarily I wouldn't give two shits. But then it hit me. Holy shit, she can just get away with it. I was wondering if that was going to come back to bite her. Not how crazy... Now how crazy is that? She pauses, groating me to say otherwise, but I bite my tongue. Like a shark smelling blood, she starts to circle me, continuing her taunts. Then one thing leads to another, and now we are helping each other out. After all, if the school found out I had leave a permanent mark on her if the school had found out I'd leave a permanent mark on her unemployed ass. What? Yours too, probably, since you're involved in all. My teeth creak painfully from the clenched jaw, and yet the blood drained from my face. Talking about her record, you mouth breather. Art's her big break, right? Skipping the whole rigmarole, the gist of it is simple. So Olivia draws up some BS group project for me and some friends of mine, turns them in, and I make sure the whole incident goes away. Managed to earn back some of the feeling in my consciousness. Just long enough to defy her. But that's blackmail and cheating. What's wrong? That's wrong. Oh my god, that's fucking precious. Mia blinks a few times before turning to look at Olivia and then back at me, then back at Olivia. What, are you disappointed in her now? I bet you made her pinky swear she would never do anything like that again. She leans into me, faux whispering. Sorry to break the news, Inko, but your friend here is Leah? Don't listen. I wouldn't be. She was threatening me. Threatening? Honey, if we were swapped, you'd see my ass hang. All I'm doing is making things better for both of us. Not my fault you tried to get away with cheating. You'd think a cripple like you would have more shame than that. Watch Olivia's eyes start twitching. Mia really getting to her. Can't let her keep talking to her like that. Mia, just stop it, okay? She really doesn't need this right now. Can you both just walk away and pretend this never happened? Shit, Inko, you're good. You hear that, Olivia? What? I didn't mean... Olivia staring at me with a look of betrayal that threatens to tear my heart in two. God damn it, why can't I stop talking for once? So you need to learn to stop, bro. Mia waves me off, turning her face to her target once more. Hold on a second, I want to fix my windows. There. I bet you'd love to walk away from this, but things just don't work out like that, do they? Oh, that's why you didn't want Inko knowing you're still a dirty cheater. Shut up! Oh, relax. It's not a big deal. No, I'm sick of this. You already admitted it. Arts is my big break. You're only doing this because art is all I have. Your record is fucked. You lose nothing if I get caught. It's Tuesday for you. But for me, it's all I have. That was vaguely the Bison quote from Street Fighter. I don't know if that was intentional or not. You're embarrassing yourself. You know I can't lift or run or carry or dance or fucking anything. You do on a daily basis without even thinking about it. I can never do anything else because of these fucking legs and this fucking chair. Why can't any of you just leave me alone? I just want to draw, for God's sake. Mia rolls her eyes and takes a step closer to Olivia. It's a nice outburst and all, sweetie, but I really thought you were smarter than this. Olivia wipes at her eye with her sleeve. What? Mia takes another step forward. Think, handbag. Would I really go through all this trouble making you do this junk for middling grades? If your work were crap, you wouldn't have a record to hold over you. Everyone knows you're the best artist in this place. You're just a retard about it. Olivia's mouth that was like weirdly a backhanded compliment. Olivia's mouth hangs open, but no words come out. You're the kind of idiot to let this sort of comment get to you, so let me be the first to say, congratulations, Olivia. You have a fan. Anyways, Inko. Oh, crap. Distractions aside, you're in on it now, too. You don't want Olivia to starve now, do you? Her words, not mine. I say a damn word about any of this, she's doomed. You understand me? I try to muster up the words of defiance, but just past Mia's stare of death, I spot Olivia's horrified expression. Hello, Baldy. I'm waiting for her answer, Skinny. I honestly don't know what to say or do in this situation. No? Excuse me? Let me think this over with Olivia. Think this over, you dense or something? It's a simple yes or no question. You can't be seriously frickin'. Mia pinches the bridge of her snout and lets out a tired sigh. Fine. The two of you talk it over and reach some kind of resolution. But that don't change the fact that of what I said earlier, Inko. Don't say it, don't do nothing nice. But think carefully, amigo. You both got a hell of a lot more to lose than I do. Mia only gives me and Olivia one final glance before unceremoniously leaving the room. Takes me a bit to recover my thoughts. Never thought Mia would go this far. And Olivia right now, she must be... I stand up from the floor, slowly approaching the alligator. She looks like a mess. Why did you have to come in here? Sorry, I was just worried about what Mia could have been doing to you, and I wanted to make sure you were alright. Olivia grips her armrests. I was alright. I had it handled with Mia. But to basically be her slave doing all of her work?
Not all of it, just whatever she needs to pass.
Take a seat next to her, and take a seat next to her there.
She threatened me she'd go to Scalar and spill everything. And if Scalar knew that I'd swapped the art, she'd know that it was with you. I couldn't let her do that to us, so I got desperate. I told her I'd do anything if she wanted. That's how I got mixed up with her.
I let out a deep and heavy sigh. Olivia, I can understand why, but I heard how Mia was treating you before I came in. Even when you're doing her work to save her skin, she's still treating your art, and more importantly, you, like garbage. My words ripped through the Gator girl's fragile heart, like her face contorting in a fierce snarl, even as her eyes grow wet. You're miserable. You know that? Olivia looks away from me, her face scrunching up as tears well in her eyes.
I just don't know what to do. I don't even know if I can trust her to keep her word. And now that you know what's going on, Mia has a noose around both of our necks. The gravity of the situation settles in. It feels like something in me is both frozen over and ablaze. There's only 6 months left in the semester. Not like she's asking for something impossible. Her eyes regain some fire as she smiles. Just have to tough it out. Keep making art to shut her up until this whole stupid thing can blow over. She's been going through this for so long, and she's still... That's just... I'm out of options, and so is she. I just blurt out the first thing that comes to my mind. Why not tell Scalar about what Mia's making you do? Scalar, are you out of your mind? You saw how she handles things around here, especially with the auditor breathing down her neck. Trying to avoid getting caught.
Right. Okay, Iadakin? For a split second, I see her mask cracks, her real worry evident in those silver eyes shaking.
No. Olivia makes a show of clearing her throat. Iadakin doesn't need to hear this either.
He seems like he seems more understanding. Iadakin is definitely the teacher that, like, the definite favorite teacher, like the one whose class you actually look forward to taking. Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll figure it out, although the two of them aren't exactly the brightest. We'll see how this plays out. You know he'd be able to.
I can do this on my own.
Valda fists quake wildly after they slam into her armrest, and the Gator girl does her best to hide her wince. Really don't think we can fix this if we're not working together.
There's nothing to fix. I told you, I have it under control. Just please, Inko, I need you to trust me on this. Don't ruin this for me.
I do trust you. Her voice is softening as if she'd been fully drained now.
I can handle it, I told you.
Her fists unfurl and continue shaking. I take one of her hands, ignoring the indignant sputters as I delicately cradle it in my palm. Her protest died down in a pinned whine when my thumb ever so slightly presses down on a joint. All this time, you've been doing your best, Olivia. My soft words draw out an even softer breath from her.
Mia had me drawing for her group almost daily.
Must hurt a lot after so long. Oh wow, she had her drawing so much her hands hurt.
Maybe it does. There's nothing I can't work through.
Why can't you trust me to help then?
It's not that I don't trust you, Inko. It's that I did trust everyone else. So please stop asking about fixing me. Or fixing things, I mean.
Is that what this is about? Livia's burning out at this point. She's already hurt badly, but I can't I can feel her hand still shaking. Beyond the point of it's beyond the point that either of us can alone can handle. I let go of Olivia's hand, watching as she takes back her hand and settles it against her chest. I hook a nearby chair leg with my foot and drag the seat closer. Close enough that I can sit down right next to her, right next to the baryonyx. Inko? I find that being next to her like this makes it easier for what I'm about to say. Breathe in, breathe out. Wax on, wax off. Meeting her eyes once again, I speak my honest thoughts. Mr. Iegodakin can help, Olivia. Her teeth grind together as though I'm contemplating mauling my face off. Please, hear me out. I want to trust you, Inko, but I'm just scared that Iegodakin will hate me forever for this. I really don't think he will. The only one that's ever made me feel like my art is worth something. I can't lose him. Look, we can get you out of this. Of course, Iegodakin will understand, even go to bat for you. And if you're the one to speak up, it means you're the one getting back at Mia. She won't have power over you. You can't just give it all up like this. How can I trust you with my entire future? You have nothing to lose. I have everything. Can you trust Iegodakin? Will you really just let that happen? Mia has no reason to not throw you under the bus. Does he? Of course not. Mr. Iegodakin is... He's the only teacher that's never given up on me. I'm here with you too. You're not alone, Olivia. But you need to accept our help. Please? Olivia looks me in the eyes for a few seconds before sharply snapping her face downward. Her body then begins to quiver, almost as if she trembles with a mixture of cold and fear. Olivia. I get up from my chair and I reach out to grasp her shoulder to try and comfort her somewhat. It's okay, I'm here for you. Olivia's shaken lessons giving me hope that my words were starting to reach her, but the 2 seconds after those thoughts crossed through my mind, Olivia's shaking resumes once again. Her shaking's followed by a sniffling, at which point I notice tears rolling down Olivia's snout and falling right into her lap. Olivia... Before I can finish my words, Olivia lunges forward and wraps her arms around my abdomen, bringing me forward and burying her face into my stomach. Gator hug number 2. At which point she begins to let out what I can only describe as a pain-filled wail. At first, I'm left utterly frozen in place, hands raised and my eyes widened. Nothing in my life has ever prepared me for this situation such as this. What, a crying gator in your gut, man? Who could have foreseen this outcome? I know I'm making jokes, but this is like a serious moment. I'm into it. Don't worry about me. No, you know what to do. Place my other hand on Olivia's shoulder and slowly take a single knee, bringing my eye to level with her. There it is. Then without saying a word, I tighten my embrace around, allowing her arms to wrap around my neck as I wrap my arms around hers. These will bite my stomach as all the organs can come out. I need those. My wrist is pulled closer too by her boa-like tail, and that's become an impromptu belt harnessing me to the Gator girl. This distinct thumping on my chest, rhythmic and relaxing. The realization that it's her heart sets my face ablaze, but also brings a smile to my lips. I close my eyes and let myself become lost in the warmth of Olivia's embrace. Impressive for a cold-blooded creature. When we break apart, I check our time limit. My phone says there's still 20 minutes before school's out. Hopefully Iegodakin is free period right now. You ready? Olivia gives a small nod. I get up and start toward the door. The door held open with the back of my shoe. I look back at her. Olivia wheels over. She grunts with each push. Oh crap, I'm an idiot. Once she reaches me, Olivia gives me a very meaningful look. Though I don't really get it, it's intense. It's intense. Still, her tail wraps itself around my wrist. All right. Taking Olivia's reins for her, we start toward our art teacher's room in companionable silence. Man, I can't wait to just go home and relax. Maybe open a bag of chips. Olivia's tremoring has fallen to 2 on the Richter scale, so that's nice. She's seen enough of Mia to last a while. Then again, so have I. She'd probably kill us if she saw us sneaking off. We're near the end of it all. It's nearly over. First bit of quiet we've had to get just a sound of Olivia and I walking through the halls. Olivia gripping my wrist pretty hard. Guess she's still pretty tense. Say, maybe there's a massage place around here that'd be pretty nice, right? No. Wait a second. Just the sounds of Olivia and I walking through the halls. Something ancient awakens in me. An icy chill races down my spine as if there's a knife poised just behind my neck. The Gator girl tenses, head stiflingly turning. Her pupils slowly shift to mine, and her contraction to pinpoints bring attention to the danger my ancestral instincts are warning me of. Uh-oh.
Sup?
You two trying to run up. Fight or flight. Reflexes kick in. Zero thought on my end. My body chooses just to book it. Oh god, animation. Haven't seen that in a while. Oh. Yeah, run. I seen Jurassic Park. Run. Get in. Push the button. Push the button. Damn. Wham. For a moment, I wonder if the deafening noise of the metal doors hitting its hit is from Mia's punching in rage or accidentally slamming into it and chasing after us.
When I catch you, I'll eviscerate you and every last thing you love. Fuck.
The elevator finally begins its descent downward. God damn. It is very jarring when like the actual animations happen. They're very few and far between. I exhale deeply. Olivia gasps for breath. My arm stings from Olivia's razor grip. Good thing I have a jacket. Her claws could have shredded my sleeve. I think it may have drawn blood. I shake my arm a bit. Olivia retracts her hand apologetically.
Sorry.
Oh God, are you okay?
No, I'm not.
What happens when we reach the bottom?
Neil will be waiting for us.
Olivia removes the key from the slot. It won't open.
Just don't make any noise.
The elevator reaches the bottom. As Olivia said, without the key, the outmoded chamber simply powers down. Silence. There's a small gap under the door letting light in. There's nobody there. We sit in the dark, empty cabin for what feels like minutes. I'm pressed close to Olivia while we wait it out. I can feel her tail whip around my ankle, which thankfully won't rip my clothing apart. The phrase 7 minutes in heaven surfaces in my mind, but now's not the time. It's a bit warm in here. Shh. Heavily rapid footsteps zone on us, accompanied by the sound of ripping paper. Mia's destroying everything on the walls.
You fuckers had better still be in there.
You cowards run away, so help me, Raptor Jesus. She's right in the front door. You hear heavy breathing and soft thuds as she attempts to put her ear to the door for a few times. I try to stay silent as possible, but I'm afraid that the homicidal parasaur can hear my heart hammering in my chest in pants crapping horror. Mia, with no intention to vent her frustrations verbally, resorts to the next best thing. Physical therapy. We're surrounded by the sounds of ripping paper, dented lockers, and drywall fracturing. On occasion, something hits the elevator door again. Olivia and I don't dare move. I hear a voice. Mia's drawn attention to herself. What the fuck are you looking at? Do you want one less horn? Maybe if we let her be mad enough, they'll call the police and she'll be arrested. Find someone quick. Fucking swear I've had it with that fucking luggage case on wheels. Go like painting when you're eating through a straw, bitch legs, oh, whoa. Damn. Olivia takes a sharp breath. Silence. What was that sound? Sounds like a series of sharp cracks. Hey, whoa. Hey, whoa. Hey, it's all cool. Not what it looks like. It's, rapid footsteps echo for are they actually arresting her? She gone? What the fuck could have scared Mia like that? There's a light knock on the elevator door. Hey, anyone in there? He sounds exhausted, but it's definitely Idaken. By now, my eyes have adjusted to the light. Olivia's relief is palpable, and shared. My body finally relaxing and practically melting against the wall of the tiny elevator. We're gonna have to tell Idaken. It's safe to come out. It's all clear. Well, it looks like a stick of dynamite went off here, but otherwise it's fine. I look at Olivia, who stares at the key in her hand. She moves to unlock the elevator, but hesitates. I think our teacher is able to sense it, since his tired voice carries the weight of his worry. Everything's okay, I promise. But she doesn't put it in. She just stares. You don't know that. Olivia whispers softly. I can barely make it out. God, please. Putting that key in and opening up means telling Idaken everything. There's no way Mia's letting this slide. Nothing's a safe bet. Nothing can be said for sure. She can't do nothing, and she can't do anything either. So she looks at me, as if I have an answer. The key is offered me. I delicately held between two of her claws. Take the key, don't take the key. Don't take the key is the correct answer. Okay? Don't take the key. My hand cups hers, leading a small gasp from the girl. Even with the darkened lenses of my shades, I can make out her moon silver eyes filled with all the worries of this past month. Worries she'd endure because of our friendship. And possibly more. And go. My fingers curl softly, pushing the key back into her palm. My lips move, but no sound comes out. I'll understand, Olivia. Either from my unspoken words or my comforting grip, Olivia is able to gather her courage. We share a simple nod, and her hand finally moves to the panel. With the key inserted and twisted, the dark room shudders briefly before the metal door finally starts to slide open. We're greeted by the sight of our teacher, looking very haggard, his brow slick with the sweat and holding some strange black rod. Olivia reels back at the sight of the old baton. Thanks for saving us, Mr. Idaken. Don't thank me just yet. I'm going to need an explanation for all this. So is Principal Scalar, for that matter. He steps aside and motions us out of the elevator with a wave of a broad stick. Come along now. Give the janitors some time to take care of this mess. Holy shit, it looks like Mia tried to destroy everything within her reach of the hallway. On the ceiling, a pipe is leaking water intended for fountains and toilets. A group of dinos in overalls round the corner looking absolutely pissed. Our teacher waves at them and begins escorting us to his room. All the adrenaline had faded now, and I can feel the acute pain in my arm. Olivia's hand reaches back behind her head to the arm as she had grabbed, and her fingers delicately loop around the spot. She looks back, her mouth shut tight, but her sympathetic eye telling me she's sorry. I nod back with a comforting smile. Sure, it's hurt, but I know she didn't mean it. We look forward again to the door of Dawkins' classroom. Olivia sighed and resigned herself to explaining everything to our teacher. Olivia looked ready to collapse. She had taken the better part of an hour explaining Mia's extortion in full detail to Mr. Iadakin. I grabbed Olivia's canteen and handed it to her. She greedily chugs the entire thing, gasping after and rubbing her sore throat. It was hard to get a read on what her teacher was thinking. His brow was furrowed, his fingers steepled, and he muttered to himself. Finally, with a deep sigh, he stands from his desk and looks at the exhausted girl. I had a feeling something was going on, but to this extent. You should have come forward sooner. I know, but we're here now, aren't we? Fair point. I'm still concerned that you thought nobody would notice. I didn't think anybody would care to look. Those assignments go through dozens of eyes, you know. What do you mean? Your style, Olivia. I saw it from a mile away, and I was just waiting for you to talk to me. You knew? Why didn't you say anything? I wanted it to come from you. Don't worry, I'm not going to lecture you. Raptor Jesus knows you had enough of this already. I'm sorry, every time Raptor Jesus comes up, it's just so funny to me. You two did well for yourselves, though. I'm proud of that. All we did was run away from Mia. Mr. Yadakin sighs, but not long after, he gently smiles at us. What matters that you two found the strength in each other and reached out for help. With what we have on Mia now, we can justify watching her like a hawk from here on. Anybody else she was harassing ought to thank you. Are you sure she's actually going to get in trouble for this? At this point, we'd look bad if we didn't punish Mia for this kind of behavior. That's a relief. Come on, you two can hunker over here until school clears out. I told you he was the cool teacher. You sure? You're going to say after, like always anyways, right? Yeah. What the fuck? A loud noise makes me stumble to the floor. Mr. Yadakin! Whoops! Yadakin looks at the device in his hand. That was a taser? What the fuck? Is that a taser? There's a piece of tape on it with something written on it. Estrus Protocol. Anyway, I'm going to run and get some things done. They're going to want my account on the paper pretty soon. May as well knock it out of the way. With no care at all, Mr. Yadakin chucks an eccentric weapon into the desk before turning to his doorway. Don't burn the place down, all right? He's electric. He probably had that for specifically when she gets out of hand. Alone, I get to sit near the back of the classroom. Looking out the window, I finally let out a huge sigh I've been holding in. Olivia rolls over to join me, and surprisingly, she's smiling.
You were right, Inko.
Hmm? Of course I trust him. We sit in silence, just looking out the window. When school's let out, we watch a crowd of students going home. I don't see me in the crowd, but that doesn't matter. I think despite it all, Olivia's life is going to be just a bit easier after today. While students trickle out of the school, Olivia took a chance to unwind. I figured it'd be best to let her rest. I saw her her drooping eyelids finally shut. She looked cute, just napping idly in her wheelchair. Except for her weird bellowing. It was like a snore, except I could feel it vibrating through the floor. With the clouds hiding the sun, the classroom lights turned off. I could do with some shut-eye too. But I can't bring my eyes closed. Instead, I look out the window. The layer of clouds overhead steadily grows more dense, casting a darker shade on everything. Light raindrops prick against the glass. Crap, I really should have brought my umbrella. As a few minutes go by, they roll on closer and closer, blocking out the sunlight. If Olivia were awake, she'd think this was pretty neat. I look back to her. Maybe I can nap too. Just a little. What was... Oh. My eyes are drawn upward to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the windows is assailed by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy moly! Trees outside are billowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in the torrential downpour. An umbrella wouldn't help with this. Huh.
What?
My phone is blaring an alarm. So is Olivia's. Instructions to shelter in place for several hours. The classroom door is thrust open quickly. Whoa. Hey, man. I see Dawkins back, panting hard and clothes drenched. He takes a moment of surprise to compose himself as best he can. Sorry about that. The faculty is doing a sweep of the campus right now. Apparently there's a monsoon scare right now. Monsoon? Does that happen here? Dawkins gestures to his drenched outfit and the window outside as if to ask if Mia had clocked me in the head after all. Right. We're gonna be alright? Oh, of course. Schools are designed shelters for the worst disasters. If anything, you'd be safer here than at home. But the hallway outside is open, isn't it? I just finished putting the cover up. The cover? Just keep close to the wall, yeah?
What do we do now?
Dawkins shakes his phone at us. Shelter in place. We're all stuck here for a few hours. Olivia reaches in her bag and pulls her drawing book out and a well-used pencil. Actually, why don't you use this time to catch up on some schoolwork? Sure, you have some work from other classes still pending. I can't think of a better time to tackle that than now.
The day's been rough. I can't do this or finish my nap instead.
That's fine too, but aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classes?
Maybe. Fine, I'll catch up on some of that work.
Dawkins gives a single nod and smiles. Dr. Connors is lizard. He'd fit in the school, for sure. He can help fight Mia. Olivia puts away her drawing material and instead pulls out a bulky mathematics book, which she sets on the table with more force than necessary, followed by her notebook. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself closer to her in case she wants some help with the work. After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. She constantly fidgets, taps her pen on the table, and looks around the room and out the window. Eventually, she lets out a groan and slams her book shut.
Ugh, this sucks. Can I please do something else?
Iadakun has been busying himself with grading some paperwork, snaps up away from his work, looking at Olivia while rubbing his chin. Well, there is one thing you can help out with. Perhaps you both can help with it. Could even consider it an extra assignment. What do you say? Well, this guy sure likes doing that to his students. I don't know, today's been pretty rough on Olivia.
Absolutely, I'll do it.
All right. Wonderful, it's back here. He starts walking to the back of the room and waves for the two of us to follow him. Whoa, something in the dark room. Oh man, I thought he wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few weeks of semester. Are we going to be getting a head start on this on this section? Maybe we'll be making prints or learning about C41 and... Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back.
Move with the camera, cinematic gate.
You're going too slow. I'm sorry. Oops. I shake the excitement off and head into the dark room. Iadakun holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside glows a vibrant crimson red. Iadakun soon appears to light up in the red lights, as does my shirt. I've only actually been in the dark room once before. This is cool. I clasp my hands together. So, what are we developing? We? This is an important job just for you. Alright, I'm ready for it. What am I developing? Your lower back. What the what? There's a click of the switch and the red light switch to a normal lights and properly illuminate the room. What is this, a Home Depot? There's boxes over there. I need one in each station around the room, but they're too heavy for me. If you can, of course. Legally, I can't make you do any of this. Do I at least get the extra credit? You get one of the bags of chips I keep hidden in my desk. Fine. Nice. Come on, Olivia. We should clear the way for him. There actually is something in the box we need. They're in the box we'll need in a bit. Two move back into the entrance. I'm faced with my myriad boxes I'll have to carry. Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium sized. If you could fit a table lamp in them. How heavy can they? Thud. Lift with your knees, Inko. This is gonna suck. I look at Olivia and she's already have her phone out and pointed my way. Damn it. Blackmail material. I shift my legs and try. Actually managed to get this thing off the ground. Must weigh at least 70 pounds. What are these loaded with? Bricks? Something like that. Careful, they're fragile. Finally, I got the last box in place. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. My muscles are on fire. But to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all that at the beginning of this year. I guess I'm getting stronger. Iadakun walks back in the dark room with a small black toolbox. Oh good, you're done. Come on now and take a breather. That looked tough. I'd rather stay here. Olivia shows up in the doorway behind Iadakun.
I'm surprised he didn't use the dolly.
What dolly? Oh. Idiot. Before you get started with me, Inko, you didn't ask. For the love of, I hate you. That's the spirit. Olivia stifles her laughter into a snickering snort fest. Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying. Oh? He grabs the box cutter from the shelf and slices the top open. The teacher pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh, sweet. So this means that you'll be making your own prints for midterms. That sounds awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to... But before any of that, these need to be assembled. The rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Hey, Gleam. Yay, boo. Olivia got curious as she rolled up to the station and handing one of the funnier looking pieces. Anywho, there you two go. Wait, two? Yes, two. Don't think I didn't notice you were watching Inko so much. She stammered the denial from... the stammered denial from Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin from our teacher's face. What about you, Mr. Yadakin? I'll be right back. He makes his way to the door again. Get started without me. I need to go fetch some things. Before either Olivia or I can speak up, he's left the room. Olivia already has the toolbox open in her lap. Right then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled. Okay, so, thunk.
Step 1. Hand me the next piece.
Oh,
did I scare you?
Yes, you scared me. These things are heavy. What if you dropped that on something?
I didn't, though.
But you could have.
And I didn't.
Olivia's tail reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on, we gotta do things right, or the enlarger might not work right. She retracts her tail from the table.
You know, fun, it's just an oversized lamp.
That's a gross oversimplification.
You're a gross oversimplification.
Iadakin's gonna make you use the one you break.
That just means I can sketch more, right?
Well, I mean, you can't participate and learn about photography.
Photography is your thing, so it doesn't really apply to me much, does it?
Maybe that's the case for you, but photography is my thing. It's the whole reason I took this class, after all.
Oh, sorry.
That's nothing. Olivia politely rests her hand on her lap. Her eyes linger on the box of parts.
Well,
how does it work then? The print enlarger? She shakes her head.
Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right?
Huh? I think that's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Sure, I've had lots of mid-shower rehearsals explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of that coming to me right now. It's all about shot composition, and this machine is part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time to invoke a certain feeling.
Composition is a thing of painting too, you know.
I'm ill-prepared for Olivia's comeback. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself. With photography, you have to build the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it.
But why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead? You can express all kinds of things that you never expressed with a photo.
Olivia taps a claw on the imager, the metallic pinging echoing in the small room.
What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page?
Technique and vision. She smirks at my petulant comment. Fine, I'll show her. To prove to you that it's all I'll prove to you that it's all takes that this takes skill. I hold the lighting portion up, making sure it's the right angle, and fasten the last portion of the enlarger in. I plug the machine in and flip the switch, happy that it works right and lights up the entire base. Olivia looks at me with confusion as I move to the entrance of the room and flick the light switch, bathing the room in bright red again. Ah! I Wani Hug that Gator, now available on Virtual Boy. Going back to our workspace, I put the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the camera. I actually did take a photography class once, so I do kind of like remember a lot of this too. I want to in the carrier. And ta-da! The negative carrier is in place in the machine. A blurry gray blob is projected onto the base.
What?
Give me a minute. Hold the manual under the light and light to the slide of the blob, checking which knob is which, and slowly turn them. As the lens billows shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more definition until finally it becomes the spinning image of the school's front entrance. I can even do this. I take out the negative and place another atop before slotting the carrier back in, which while also increasing the strength of the light. The image displayed is now the entrance with half dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. This is more for like the hardcore photographers. But I think maybe like I want to say like roughly 20 years ago or so, I did take a class where we actually did develop photos. It was kind of fun. The whole process is it's very long-winded, but the results are really good. I wonder if I still have all the prints I made. I should look them up. I should check those out. They're probably in the bin with all the old drawings I did. You didn't have it? Nah. Again, I think it's for like real, like especially nowadays for like the real hardcore photographers. Although I'm sure digital is much more preferred over the whole process. It's niche, probably.
What did you do?
I overlapped another shot. The backgrounds are the same and doubled up, so I had to intensify the light. Otherwise, the entrance would look too dim.
So it'll take like a few minutes to do tops. It'd look a lot better too.
She smirks, but I think she's feigning her apathy this time. Her tail gives her away. It's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only know how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Dawkins' lectures about negatives.
What else can you do with this thing?
I don't know, but what's that smell? Oh shit! Pull out the negative carrier and wince at how hot it is. Crap! Shit! Lydia's quick to rip the plug from the socket. With my sleeve, I open up the carrier and see I've managed to melt two of the negatives together. Oh man, I was gonna use that. All that work and I go and mess it up, trying to prove something. Olivia's never gonna let me live this down. Green Gator girl lays a sympathetic hand on my shoulder, to my surprise.
Hey, shit happens. I've ruined lots of paintings in the past too, you know.
She takes the reels from the warm metal plate and holds them up to the red light, trying to see through them.
Have you got more shots in this thing?
But I like those shots.
You go retake them.
Not that easy. It's like you had to be the exact same time and weather and... Oh. Lightning? An abrupt darkness coincides with the vague ambient sound of the ventilation shuddering to a halt. The blackness is all encompassing. I can't even see Olivia, who is now right next to me.
Nico?
Her voice helps me confirm that we're still alive in some fashion. There's a shakiness in her tone, which sends a tense rattle down my spine. Our breathing is the only noise, as if we'd been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. I'm still here.
I know that.
I put my hand down to brace her snout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarger base. But, yeah, I guess the school lost power. Feel something cover my hand, and then squeeze it. Painfully.
Ow. Sorry.
The pressure lessens, but she does let go of my fingers. No, it's fine. There's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand, but when I brush my thumb across the limb erases. The limb eases. Sorry.
Hey, stop that.
Stop what?
Just stop that thing you're doing with your hand.
I shrug. And then I want to slap my face when I realize that she can't see that. Alright. Staying there in the darkness of the dark room isn't getting us anywhere. We should go find... Wham. Olivia? Inko? Ah! My instincts kick in. I hop back to make space between us and the killer. I turn my back to them, become a defensive wall. I wrap my arms around Olivia's head to make sure she's 100% protected. Hey, it's me, Mr. Yadakin. Took a bit to find a flashlight, but with how this room is... Look up at the shining white pterodactyl pointing the flashlight in his own face. Oh.
Get off me, you idiot.
Oof. Look, I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closet. That's what Trigham's class is for. Whoa, hold on. You're not paying... Mr. Yadakin holds up a pale hand, his grin widening. Relax, I'm just joking around. He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight. Power's out for the whole block, and apparently the backup generator's decades old and is only keeping the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it out in the studio. Olivia follows me out into the main classroom as we trail slowly in Mr. Yadakin's wake. The slow sounds of his gait sets a nice contrast in the rain lashing against the windows. Whoa, it's really coming down outside.
Think it'll flood?
It floods here?
Sometimes the ground floor classroom is used to have a carpet, you know.
You sneaky old dog. Yadakin starts pulling something out of his desk, but it's too dark to see what. Don't mind me. That's junk. That junk sucked away half the year's funding. You ever teaching people about watercolors without the friggin' water... You ever try teaching people about watercolors without frickin' watercolors? Was ridiculous.
I remember.
I remember you were the most upset. Alright. Sets down some tiny tea lights around on one of the desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see.
Won't those trigger the fire alarms?
They should be fine. They're too small by themselves. What are those for? Been saving them for a rainy day. We're gonna be stuck here for a while, so why not make it a camp out?
Camping? I like the sound of that.
When we get in trouble, though, it'll be trespassing, right? It's either this or trying to get home in the storm. As if to illustrate his point, the weather decided to chime in. Besides, schools are usually made with sheltering in mind. There's all kinds of procedures for this, like bringing everyone to the gym and breaking out some really moldy cots. Olivia winces.
Those haven't been replaced?
Our budget's been in the red for years, Miss Halford. Part of why we're being scrutinized right now with the whole audit business. Anyways, we're the only ones left on campus, so it's not going to go through all that trouble. So just relax for now. I've already called a taxi for the both of you. Taxi? I made the call as soon as the power went out. Just going to be a while to get one ready and send out. What do we do in the meantime? Our teacher has a wicked grin. You're not done with that homework, right? Oh my god. Oh, I'm kidding. Time and the storm carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her, but soon enough, Mr. Yadakin starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters. You know, a few years back, somebody tried to take this hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast. That sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join not long after her.
You know, I still owe you for running your coat ruining your coat last year.
Oh, forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyway. You too? The eerie ambience from the blackout was quickly overridden by our combined laughter. Eventually, we run out of things to say and just wait quietly in each other's company. Eodakin slumps downward in his chair. Oh, long day. He glances out the window, still being assaulted by sheets of rainwater outside. Normally I'm home by now, resting. You two mind if I relax a little here?
No, go ahead.
Thanks. He stretches behind him, cracking his spine against a groove in the chair. Olivia, I have a meaning to say. You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. I've noticed you've been a bit more friendly recently.
Huh? You think so?
You've been in my class all 4 years, of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you're in the adult world, you see this all the time. When someone's in a rut, they'll tend to just stay there until their days blend together instead of just lifting themselves up. Like they got all the time in the world. I'm so proud of you for making an effort, Olivia.
Well, Monsieur Eodakin,
Don't be flustered. Be proud, Olivia. You've managed to form a friendship. Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Inko. Me? It's no problem, Mr. Eodakin. Come on, school hours are over. You can drop the mister. It's not something to be thanking me for. I'm just your friend. That's great to hear, though. You can't always navigate this world alone. Someone to keep you company can really help.
You can?
More than you can imagine. Eodakin leans forward to place a hand over both of ours. He just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when he winces and yanks it back.
Shit.
Olivia? Are you alright?
Oh, fine. Just hurt. Was fine before, though.
You've been trying to stay off that wrist all day. Was it that bad?
I was feeling better. I even helped build those doohickeys.
The printing lodgers? He covers his eyes with one hand. Of course, great move. Sue's been overworking herself, and I think I gave her an extra physical work. What am I doing?
It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry.
I had no idea how bad it was. He leans forward again, holding Olivia's wrist, inspecting it, and being careful not to cause any pain. You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself.
I know.
I know you're doing extra work, but I didn't even get this bad.
It was a lot of extra work. Doing a whole group's assignments on top of my own. The last 3 weeks, basically all my free time. It's great practice, at least what I was telling myself.
Olivia does her best to hide her wincing as the teacher tests her arm.
I never would have made it to graduation.
All because of that painting you switched? He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia. No, it goes further than that. The painting was all because of the pain you've been going through all these years. All because of that first contest entry hanging in the gala. Your first venture into the art world, and it went how it did. Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching the fingers out and in slowly, carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way. You and that painting. Our teacher palms his face and groans into it. It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I've told you that many times. She locks up, but manages a small nod. What a horrible chain of events. Had to witnesses all these years. Watch it as if it's taken your friends, your self-worth. That little smile you had when you first came to my class. Now it's ruining your health. He gently lets go and covers his own eyes again. I really just sat there and watched it. I was just talking about how people act like they had more than time than they have.
You ducking?
You alright? I'm super. I'm more than okay. In fact, I've made up my mind about something. You. Take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you two to see. No words, just do it, please. I nod.
What are you going to show us?
He stops at the door. Something you should have seen a long time ago. My shoes slosh noisily through the flooded hallways as we slowly head back to the main building of the school. Olivia herself had used her arms to tuck her legs up into her seat, her head now resting on her knees. Eodakin didn't seem to care, each step splashing water around and soaking his slacks. The drains on the floor are working overtime, keeping the water to a minimal level. An unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium, the interior of the school pitch black from the lack of light. At least we aren't dealing with the wet floors, but navigating the halls in the dark is a new difficulty. Olivia brought out her phone, using its flash as a light to shine our way, but I'm still unnerved. The only sound I hear is the squelches of my shoes and the awkward dripping from both Olivia and I. And it was then I realized that Eodakin had left us behind.
Mr. Eodakin?
Her voice bounces down the halls to the school. Did you see where he went?
Kinda, I think he went that way.
I can just make out Olivia's hand pointing thanks to her phone. Towards the school's offices. I keep pushing Olivia through, taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step I take. It's slow going between the eerie darkness and my slow steps. What should have taken us a minute at most takes about 3 minutes for us to arrive at the gala. Well, we're here. Storm rages against the glass ceiling. What's normally the source of the hall's natural lighting is completely obscured by the typhoon. And there's still no signs of Eodakin. I withdraw my phone and turn its flashlight on too in the hopes to improve the situation. I can hear something else aside from us and the rain. Something that's getting closer. A tiny red light in the distance there was with the sound. A tiny ember bounces and sways in the rhythm of the odd tapping, until what? Hey, man. What? I'm frozen for a second. The thought forces its way through me. He would never hurt us. Yeah, Dawkin, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Something is kicked aside. It's Olivia's painting from the art contest a few weeks back. It smacks loudly against the glass casing of the display case. These are the ones, yeah? What? I'm ignored. Eodakin staring right at Olivia. She's also struck fearful, but she nods. Eodakin takes a deep breath and faces the display. What are you doing with that? Hey. Eodakin, wait, this is a bit extreme, isn't it? Oh, Boy, how am I supposed to respond to this? Uh, Olivia? It's gone. Both of them. It should have been done long ago.
Yeah. And this is... It's crazy.
I know. What about the other things in the case? Who the fuck cares? The students graduated ages ago. You know how many still do art? None. They're all collateral, so someone else can find. But if they're all collateral, so someone else can. Fine by me. But Olivia, you got no other big paintings now, do you? He shakes her head. Please explain yourself, sir. That's a shame. Look what I just did.
I can make another.
Yes, that's what I need to hear. You should mind your fucking language. Watch your fucking mouth. This is a damn family show. You make me so proud to hear that.
You remember? In sophomore year, when you challenged me to think of something I wanted to do and set a goal to do it.
Of course.
I didn't think of anything back then. But there had been one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now. And like you said, some company could really help.
Olivia grips my hand just a little tighter.
Promise not to laugh?
Never.
Would you mind asking me again, Idakin?
Sure. I believe it was... If you could leave right now and do anything you wanted, what would you want to do?
Anything at all?
Yep.
I want to go see a fountain and paint it for you.
Fucking brilliance. Absolute cinema. There's no fountain here.
There's a park not far from here. If you can barely see the fountain in the center of it from the window. You can't see it right now with the storm, but I want to go there.
I think I know of it. The one in Sieg Equestrian Park. That's wonderful, Olivia. Idakin stumbles a bit. I rush to give him a shoulder. Some shards of glass crunching under my feet. Good thing the power's out. No cameras up or anything. Will you get in trouble for this? I'm always in trouble for something. Yeah, he's definitely the cool teacher. And ordinarily, I just take the hit. Especially for something like this. That Mia chick can take the fall. To hell with her. Yes, throw her under the bus. Olivia manages another small smile. I'm looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me.
I will.
And you better help. Of course. Idakin motioned for us to wait by the school's entrance. For a while we sit there.
You have one? Do you have one, Idakin? You have something you want to do?
I'm already doing it.
No, really.
Really? Teaching high school is a great job that nobody ever regrets. You should pose that question to Inko there. All his character development and he's barely said a word.
Alright, Inko, what about you? What do you want to do, huh?
I could pick anything. I guess. Oh, let's see. Okay, so this choice does not matter. Okay, so it doesn't matter what we pick here. I want to go to college. I want to make plenty of friends. I want to find true love. What do you guys think? 3? I guess, yeah, I guess that would be the most appropriate one, considering what this game is. Right. A more ambitious dream. I can get behind it.
It's a bit unimaginative.
That's just hater talk. You probably start looking more into the how and not the what. Like you would know, I can totally do it.
Sure thing, Mr. Successful.
Your blog doesn't even have 10 followers. You looked me up?
Yeah, I got bored.
You can at least follow me if you're gonna cyberstalk me.
I'll follow you when you make good content.
Also, your interpretation of Godzilla you copied from video essay sucks. If you should feel bad. I copy a Dawkins motion with an axe and a karate chop Olivia's leg.
I didn't feel that, jackass.
Well, I guess some banter is a form of motivation as well. Kinda sounds like you have quite the promise to uphold now, Inko. Oh.
Even with the disses being thrown around, what stood out most was the wild grin on Olivia's face.
Between the staccato of the rain and the uproarious laughter, time seemed non-existent. I could feel the muscles in my face aching. Muscles in my face ache brought on by bouts of laughter and grinning, which made the taxi's arrival so disappointing. As we were escorted out of the parking lot, our mirth was replaced with something more calm, comfortable, and easy quiet that let my thoughts wander back to the things that we said to each other. Back to what our tarot teacher had said. Navigating the world alone. For all the time I spent around Olivia and her friends, it never really occurred to me that she'd harbor something like loneliness. I mean, Damien alone is like a wild crowd composed of a single madman. And Liz is practically the group's nanny or something. The driver of the yellow van leans into his horn, so I can feel the baleful leer on me, even though the haze of fog and raindrops. Olivia draws her hood up, and I hold my jacket above my head. With a final look to me, Mr. Iodakin, we thank him. No need for thanks. Seeing my students grow and prosper into adulthood is all the reward this old fossil needs. With a wave, he sends us off in the rain to the irate taximan's van that yells us about his burning gas. While Olivia works to get herself situated in the cab, I turn back. Mr. Iodakin is sagging, meandering back into the building.
Oi, hurry up.
Right. It's been about a week since the typhoon. The days after were surreal, with how things just realigned with the old schedule. Iodakin was serious when he told Olivia to keep off the wrist. He effectively banned her from painting until I got better. Meaning all week I've been doing our work as a group. It was exhausting. Man. But today I'm pretty excited. For the first time, Olivia is actually joining me on the metro. We're headed to the city. It's going to be a bit of a trip. For the last several nights, Olivia has been using my inbox to store sketch ideas while her wrist heals. On Thursday, she had even attempted sending a few left-handed sketches, but gave up after the third or fourth malformed rat. Then Liz sent a game-changing invitation through our group chat. Her uncle has some business in the city and told us that she can go do something with the time since it's her. Her uncle has some business in the city and he told her she can go do something with the time since it's her car. So she invited the rest of us to join her for lunch at a fancy place. It's got us pretty thrilled. Got me pretty thrilled. Olivia understood the order to stay off her hand, but that doesn't make her less manic about wanting to get back into painting. Why'd you agree if you didn't want to go?
Well, a trip to the city won't suck so bad if you're there.
Even if I really wanted to start that painting. You're almost done healing. Won't be much longer, I know. I know it.
Yeah, Doc said you should at least wait for Monday.
Wait for Monday.
Yeah, that too. Besides, I don't want to be around Damien while he's
Poor guy looked positively miserable when I picked Olivia up. He was pale and shaking, and the floor between his feet left bubbling after a particularly powerful sneeze. Has it ever been that bad?
Happens like once a year. It's the one reason we don't share a room. One moment he's fine, next he's inebriated. This car is weird. You ride this every day?
Yep, this is even my seat. Right next to the folding accessibility seat. What, did you start counting for me before we even met? Maybe I did. She mounts something and rolls her eyes, but there's a clear smile after she goes back to watching the passing buildings. Compared to a car ride together, this felt a little more intimate. Even if there were more people in close proximity, none of them paid us any mind. Just Olivia and I. Several stations later, the metro grinds to a halt at our stop. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Olivia shoos my hand away when I go to help her out of the metro. We step out into the chilled air of the city. I'm already getting goosebumps. The cold front is really making itself known. We find Liz quickly before Olivia starts shivering. Are you seeing a long, big green neck anywhere? None that I know of.
Great, that sounds awesome.
We look around through the alleyway and into the closest shops. Maybe she's in the bathroom. I'd wait around, but I don't want to make Olivia wait until wait out in the cold. Did we go to the wrong stop?
Just text her already.
Crap, right, I'm dumb. What the hey, where'd you go? Ah! Moments later, her head ropes out of the door near our coffee shop, followed by the rest of her.
Hey, Inko, glad you guys can make it.
Yeah, I just got confused. Didn't know you'd be in the cafe there.
Really? I've been in there the whole time. I messaged Damien. I messaged Damien. I went to escape the cold and... Where's Damien?
Oh man, he's got nasty sick right before we left. He couldn't make it. Oh man.
But is he fine?
He'll be fine, I think.
Okay, all right. Well, that throws a wrench into all my plans now, doesn't it?
We can still have fun without him, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just...
Third wheel. Third wheel.
Well, I was hoping between the four of us, it'd be like a double date. Huh? Yeah, Damien and me and you and Inko. All together for a fancy lunch.
Liz, Olivia and I aren't...
Oh. I'm sorry, I just assumed. Boy, this is embarrassing. The whole day seems like everything's going wrong for me.
It's fine.
Yeah, well, we can still have a good time.
I'm still
having lunch with friends. I'll make sure you guys will love it too. Come on.
Liz leads us through the streets, pointing out our destination when it comes into view, through the towering skyscrapers. The building is more akin to a narrow spike aimed skyward, with a large disc-like room built near the top. Were they in Seattle?
And see the space near the top? It's the restaurant. They built it in a way that the whole thing slowly rotates, so you can view changes while you eat. You can see the whole city, the ocean, and even the mountains.
Whoa.
I've gone up there with my parents all the time as a kid, and I always daydreamed about bringing friends and important guests there and, well, you know, business type stuff. This will be my first time on my own. Well, you know.
Yeah.
You see, there's even a...
Whoa, hold it. We lost Olivia. We turn around to check out our errant Gator friend, who is a bit further behind and grimacing. She's afraid of heights. She comes slowly rolling in, fighting to hide the slight winces every time she pushes herself.
Oh, sorry. It's fine.
You sure you don't want help?
I can manage my own, please.
All right, you want to lead the way?
All right, so Space Needle looking place, right?
Oh, they were just behind. I thought she was like backing off because she didn't want to go up there. She rolls ahead. Liz and I follow behind, continuing our conversation. Restaurant is an impressive spire with an actual seating area 30 floors or so up. After Liz verifies her reservations, we let into the special elevator with a glass front. After a minute or so of rising above the city, we stop and the doors slide open to reveal the restaurant. It's a circular room with seating by the windows and the inner ring for bars, and the kitchen making up the center. Definitely a carefully crafted place. I wonder if it would be the kind of place my parents would bring me to. A waitress greets us and leads us to a table by the windows. One of the seats closest to the windows is moved so Olivia's wheelchair can fit by the table. She approaches the space and stops. She's looking down out the window. Can we switch? Oh, she is afraid of heights. Can we switch seats? Afraid of heights?
Shut.
All right. I oblige, shifting the seat over so she sits instead by the aisle.
Quite a view, huh?
I can see why it makes you squeamish. Olivia. Heights are also scare the living daylights out of me. Really?
What?
You think she would enjoy it? Are you afraid of heights, Liz?
Well, yeah, isn't everyone?
What?
It doesn't make any goddamn sense, Liz. Your head hangs 3 stories above your shoulders, and heights scare you? Look, acrophobia is the irrational fear of heights, okay? So of course it doesn't make sense, but still. Whatever, heights suck. We agree on that at least. So what do you think?
It's very nice. I can see you wanted to come here. Liz nods.
My family usually comes here once a year.
Uncle Ferris has to remember to bring along a letter from the owner saying he's fine to let in. That's that he won't bring the whole tower down. Heh. What the hell is bisque? The amount that flows to that neck is mine. I know, right? I feel like she would have a weird voice. Like, the vocal cords are all stretched out. Like, I'm just giving her generic girl voice, but, like, still. Like, I can't imagine what she would sound like. For real. Olivia looking into menus, right, we're here to eat. Lobster bisque. It's lobster tail and a creamy kind of soup. Why not call it lobster soup? Bisque is a stupid word. I look down at the menu myself. There's all your standard options between pastas, sandwiches, cuts of meat. Some weird novelty things, but I actually like trying those. I guess I'll have... This choice does not matter. We are, I think... 16... 17... Okay, the choice after this will matter if my counting is correct. So let's see what's on the menu here. Like a long neck in the Henson Dinosaur Show. Maybe. Okay. Double tropical cheeseburger with pineapple sauce. Chicken pizza. The chicken is the crust. That sounds amazing. Entire leg of cow. Carnivore section. Samies with Olivia. Maybe. Volcadera kebab. The wooden steak is even carved to look like the restaurant. Huh. Yeah, I saw the action figures for those. They look kind of cool. I don't know if I'm gonna get any of them, but I kind of like how they turned out. Okay, so like I said, this choice doesn't matter as far as I can tell. But maybe we do Samies with Olivia just for fun. You sure? With onion rings. If you want it, I'm buying. They serve breakfast all day, too. I'm gonna go with their pancake platter. Liz waves the waitress over and we give our orders. Nostalgia pick? You got me. It takes me way back. She stares out the window. Look out at the horizon as well. The view has shifted a bit to show the mountains. We all look out for a while. Maybe a little too long. Ordinarily, this would be around the time Damien would say something that kept the conversation going. Looks like a carnivore. Who, Liz? No, she's a brontosaurus, so she's an herbivore. Although I suppose pancakes would count, because that's just like flour and water, which is basically plant, I guess. Confirmed, pancake is a salad. Anyway. Alright, he's usually the one bringing us all together. Yeah, the group dynamic kind of misses something without Damien, doesn't it? Yeah, it's strange to think about, but Liz and Olivia aren't really more than acquaintances. During lunch, it's Damien that's always making sure everyone else is included in the conversation. Nothing comes to mind. I didn't think I'd make a good Damien. No. There is only one Damien, and he is irreplaceable. One moment, please. I ring Damien up in the hallway. He's sick, yes, but hopefully he'll have something for me to use. If he picks up, please. Hello. Vinny, I want to talk to Damien. Nah, he's out right now. Mom's with him in the backyard. He's puking his guts out into a bucket. Oh, God. Please do not replace Damien. Never. Replace him with Damian Wayne. No. There's only this, Damien. Why?
Pest control guy buys it from us for $50.
Disgusting. Gross.
What do you want him for? I can tell him when he comes back in.
Oh, why not?
I want to know how he always keeps our friend group so lively.
Like, I was considering small talk, just bringing up movies or something.
Ew, no, movies suck. Nobody actually likes it. Hey.
What?
I'm playing Fortnite. It'll turn it down so you can. I'll turn it down so you can hear.
Even in this universe, man. Oh, God. I heard what you said. It was just dumb.
Was it?
Yeah. There's a pause for a moment.
Movies always suck. They always started in black and white and without sound, and they never really got better. Even when they peaked in the 70s, they only barely became watchable.
Oh, we got a critic on our hand, I see.
You ever even watched The Godfather? Dad made me watch that stuff and it just sucked.
No, you probably just didn't get it.
Dad explained the whole plot to me, ins and outs, and it really was just mid-trash.
They peaked in the 80s. They kind of did, didn't they? It was all downhill after that. And then Lord of the Rings came out, and things were a little bit better for a while. The movie won awards. You can't just call it trash. I do not like The Godfather.
Yeah, I can. Movies can just trash a genre. Movies are just a trash genre of content. Even the bare ones are usually just polished turds that waste your time.
This kid should have a YouTube channel. It insists upon itself. Okay, then what's a good movie then? Oh, this ought to be good. No! 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 Absolutely not! Fuck off! Fuck off, game!
Ever hear of Mr. Beast? How about Storytime Animations?
Oh god, he watches AI slop. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Do you think Mr. Beast in this world is an actual beast? God damn it, they need to do some parenting on this kid's stat.
I'm not. Any popular content on You Snoot provides more value of your time than the quote-unquote classics that you old people fawn over, and it still sucks.
Those aren't even movies.
They move and I watch them.
Oh god. This conversation is making my fucking skull hurt. It gives me Eddie vibes from Dog City. Maybe maybe the long sleeves for sure. Maybe a saber-toothed tiger. Yeah, maybe. Not my point, you troglodyte. As if I could ever even think of... I love how the whole excursion stopped for this conversation. Like, we're supposed to be having lunch with friends, and now he's arguing with a fucking Zoomer about The Godfather over the phone. As if you could ever think of comparing that slop to the likes of Star Wars, The Godfather, and Blade Runner 2049. Okay, well... maybe remove this part, even though that movie was good.
Movies are one massive pile of doo-doo fart, even if they can sometimes make something mediocre.
Those are billion-dollar franchises. Millions of people would disagree with this deranged nonsense. Do you know how much money the MCU makes?
Doo-doo fart.
Oh my god, you little...
Listen, you little chump. Next time I see you going to write your... I'm going to wring your little neck like a wash rack. What? Who's this?
Shit. Calm down, kill him later. Yes, please. Try watching something more than 5 minutes. I know, right? There are things longer than TikTok. I sulked back to my seat and slumped down, catching my breath. Well, you're right. Your eye is twitching. I don't blame him. I don't think I've ever, at any point in this playthrough, related to Inko so badly right now. I don't think I've ever been more angry in my life. What happened? I don't want to talk about it. I rub the tension from my face. Fine, I can be a good Damien all by myself. So, Liz.
Yeah?
You mentioned when we first met that you wanted to be an art dealer, getting the right people and the right paintings, right? How's that going?
Oh yeah, it's going great. I just got accepted into Marshland U, actually.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I finally got everything all worked out for myself. I'm gonna be a big... I'm gonna hit the ground running once I graduate.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm still figuring things out. You too, right, Olivia?
I only got short-term goals right now. But I'm interested in what Liz was talking about.
One thing about internet criticism may not be the best of all of us, even at this type of yeah, I know you've talked about that before.
Everyone's a critic, including me. Right? I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem for Olivia to replace the stolen painting. But what was annoying having to contact the Treasury and administration about the broken cabinet. I mean, what even happened? Whoever did it, I wish they could have dealt with Miss Scalar's neurotic tantrum the way I did.
Oh boy.
It stinks.
I should make that a sound alert or something.
I'm still finding glass shards all over the floor, and I get screamed at as if I'm the one responsible for it. Scalar needs to put the coffee mug down sometimes.
Jeez.
It's not a problem anymore. We've already ordered a new display. It should be installed next month. Oh, I got off track. What were we talking about again? The art dealing thing. I'm actually interested. Oh, well, the plan is to be able to open up my own business. I'll start online and work my way up to having a physical location. Uncle Ferris told me he's willing to help me figure the legal part out. I've already gotten a few connections from some people that might be interested in being involved, that run some pretty decent prices for me, I mean.
There's a 3D platform named Scalar? Really?
And I'm selling my own works too. I've gotten even better at painting since the start of the year. Have you noticed?
I think you have, yeah. Although since I'm not an artist, I'll admit some of the details are probably lost to me. Liz nods. Maybe I'll buy one sometime. You give me a discount, right?
Maybe. Olivia, have you painted anything good recently? No. Oh, sorry. It's fine. Well, I got one I really want to be doing. Why don't you? Because I got dragged here instead.
Dang it, Olivia.
Not that I'm mad.
Liz looks like she wants to say something, though, that it dies on her tongue.
Yeah.
The conversation and the tension thankfully gets interrupted by when our food arrives. The social media influencer in me itches to take a photo of each plate, especially how good the presentation is. Dang, I should have brought my camera along with me. Wait, I have my phone. No Mario 64. It has Eldritch Charm. Interesting. I actually I've been looking at a particular I think it's a platformer game immediately after this as sort of a palate cleanser, because this is dragged on for so long and I need something where I don't have to read. So I had to pick something carefully to play next while we wait for me to test out Super Robot Wars and make sure it still works. I turned just in time to see her clamp her jaw on the hunk of meat, tearing it right off the bone. Never mind. How's it taste? Takes a moment to chew her food before sending it down the hatch, then smiling as she gives me a greasy thumbs up. Liz chuckles from Olivia's good review as she lowers her head to get the first bite of her pancakes. Given that her neck is making movements equivalent to doing the happy dance, I'm guessing that the pancakes are good here. There have never been bad pancakes in the history of the world, have there? Those are a surefire bet. Nico's probably salivating right now, or he would be if he had that function. My view had changed again, and now I've noticed it could almost feel the slow rotation of the room. I savor my onion rings while I watch Volcadera bluffs pan right over us, taking in the amazing view. My thoughts reach out for my camera, already circulating the restaurant's rotation with the proper settings to capture the full 360 panorama I can achieve. And a separate section of my mind recalls the other panoramic of the city I saw. What's with video games and pancakes? I don't know, man. Pancakes are just awesome. The one thing is now nothing more but shredded debris.
Say, Liz.
The Brachiosaurus takes a moment to respond as she attempts to cram her snout into her glass of water.
Stupid glass, no straw. Yeah?
So you mentioned all about wanting to be an art dealer and be part of that system?
I guess it could be cool if we work together.
Come again?
I don't know, it just seems like a decent idea.
No, I get you. Now as Liz turns to pause from her food, sit upright and carefully tap the napkin on her closed lips.
Maybe, but I don't think you'd want that, honestly.
No, that'd be cool. I'd like that.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not sure. Yeah, I'm trying to get this whole thing off the ground on my own. Without others' help, right? Like how you feel about your art stuff?
That's different.
The point is, it's important to me that my start is self-sustaining as possible.
But you just said you had connections in your uncle.
Yeah, family and such, not, Olivia raises that iconic eyebrow. They say you don't go into business with your friends. Not good enough for money laundering to be an art dealer. She seems too legit, doesn't she? Olivia raises that iconic eyebrow. Friends, or is it just me? Olivia, don't even start to make a scene. I have to do something. Olivia, Liz, come on, guys. Can we finish lunch first?
I'm not making a scene, Liz. I'm just curious about your life for once.
Well, not like this.
Well, not like this, then.
I'd rather you go back to giving me the silent treatment. Uh-oh. The girls are fighting. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not now. What have I done?
What's your deal? Damien and Inko want us to be friends, and here I am actually trying. And what am I, not worthy enough for your stuck up?
You didn't want to be my friendship before, or Damien's for years. It just sounds a bit like you just want to be friends now because you can get something out of it. Oh, cat fighting, dino fight, lizard fight, whatever.
I want to be friends, just not like that. I thought things would finally start getting good.
Olivia, there's lots of people less fortunate than you. You have the support of your friends and all the offers. You can't blame me if you just ignore both. Liz, let me finish, please. I'm not mad. I envy you. I admit it. Anyone would, effortlessly getting that attention and help.
Oh, I hate it. I know, and it's not wrong, but that's what I've been thinking for a while. I see all these things you have that you that I see all these things you have available to you all these years, and you just take them for granted. I just think it's a wasteful way to live. Look, sorry, I appreciate you guys. After telling to my face how you'd rather be elsewhere and not here while eating at my expense. You know what, Olivia? This is the most nice thing I can do for you at the moment because you really don't deserve anything else. Liz. Liz claps her hands over her mouth. Olivia doesn't respond. She looks down at her plate. I'm going to use the bathroom. She pushes herself away from the table and through the aisle. Oh no. I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't mean to snap. It's alright. Once Olivia gets back, you can apologize. No, I don't think I can. Yeah, really. After everything, I think I deserve that much. Good God. Good God. The brief was just to get these two talking and have a good time, and it's like a grenade was thrown into the table. Wow, I'm a terrible fucking Damien, let me tell you. Like I said, there is only one Damien, and you ain't him. Liz? Yeah?
Why didn't it work?
Why didn't what work?
I knew you two aren't the greatest terms, so I tried to keep the conversation going. It wouldn't get awkward and nobody would get left out like Damien does. I feel like this was somehow my fault. But how? Did everything I was supposed to.
I don't think you did anything wrong.
Why does this never happen around Damien?
Good question. I don't know.
Liz picks up her plate, popping the yolk on her over-easy egg. She's probably not in the mood if I pushed any further and said anything I want to say, and say anything I want to say right now. Olivia wouldn't like me prodding right now either. There's no option. I try to think of something to do, but nothing. Can't think of anything at all. Now without making someone uncomfortable or worse, getting them mad at me. And I never anticipated something like this happening. It's frustrating. I can't do anything, but I can't do nothing, obviously. Not if I want to smooth things over. Right now, Olivia's in the bathroom. She's actually just fooling around in the hallway, but to the point is the two are separated. I can work something out. Should I keep trying then? I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I think I'd rather you didn't. Okay, this is one of the choices that matter. Okay, so the correct choice here is to go find Olivia. Alright, we will go find Olivia. A heavy breath escapes me as I stand from my chair. If you'll excuse me, Liz. Her head tilts comically further than needed in question. Just want to check on Olivia. Oh. She waves me off as I turn away. Making my way through the restaurant, part of me marvels at how I don't even feel the room spin. Kind of makes me dizzy, honestly. So what's interesting about a choice like this, and there have been a couple others like this, is according to the guide, this was a choice that doesn't award you points, but it opens up the next choice you need to get a point, which is crazy and complicated. But it's just mental busy work to distract myself. After all, I have no idea what I'm going to say to Olivia.
Hey.
You ask her how she is?
Inko?
Well, I'm on the spot now. Hey, just came to see what you were doing. Thought I had more time to think about things, but instead of just being by the restrooms, Olivia was... Why are you here by the bar? Want to see if they give me a mimosa. What? Mimosa, you know, like OJ and champagne? Olivia, you can't drink. Says you. Takes a sip from a glass flute filled with orange liquid. I make it to slap it out of her hand, but her tail stops me. I'm joking, jeez. It's like you, Inko. A virgin. Oh, whoa, whoa. Do not put him in the same category as that Ankylosaurus guy from the arcade. She grins at my scowl and continues sipping on her drink. Want some? She holds out the glass to me with a smug smile of hers. I take the fluid and can clearly see where her lips had touched it. Olivia looks to me leaning forward as I stare at the glass. Ignoring the heat in my cheeks, I tip the glass above me, carefully pouring some of the liquid into my mouth. Okay. Oh. This is just juice and ginger ale, Olivia. Handing her back the glass, I spit for a split second. I thought I saw some disappointment in her eyes. Even just seeing things now. With a shake of my head, I refocus. I came to check on Olivia and fix things between her and Liz. You okay, Olivia?
Yeah, totally. Why wouldn't I be?
Her eyes are wide open and yet not looking my way. Because of what Liz said.
Oh.
She sags in her chair. Olivia?
No, yeah, that was...
Her finger circles the lip of the glass as she thinks.
I'm not hurt, just frustrated.
She looks at her glass one final time and then downs the last quarter of it in a single swallow. Afterwards, Olivia sets it on the bar on top of a couple of crumpled dollar bills. The most offensive word in our time. I mean,
Liz doesn't get it, Inko. Maybe if she walked a mile in my shoes, she would, but...
Hate to see you guys go at it like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been a long time coming, but who cares? Long time coming?
I know she's been a bit frustrated for a while. Probably been holding that in. Doesn't mean I want to hear it, though. All the time I've known her, she's just been so far ahead of me. You heard her yap about how her art's getting better, how many connections she has, and how it'll get her $1 billion or whatever. I'm the better artist, but I don't even know how to start getting my crap together like that. Look at that chasm between us, and it fills me with dread. It's just jealousy, I know it. It's just been getting worse every time she mentions getting further in life. Well, I can't even convince myself to try. Sorry, I had to yawn. It's different actually getting her upset at me over this specifically. I just mentioned being someone she'd consider a real acquaintance, and she blows up like that. You want to talk about it? No.
You sure?
Is that what you wanted to see me about?
Partly. The other part is I'm a bit confused. Wasn't expecting things to go the way they did. So I came to see you to ask for help to make things right.
Huh? Well, I'm not apologizing if that's what you mean.
Okay, Okay, so the correct choice is to ask Olivia for help. How does she know how to deal with avoiding upsetting others? That's not it. Rubbing my scalp to oh, hold on. Fucking windows. Every time I gotta look at the guide, I gotta reorganize my windows. It's annoying. Rubbing my scalp to help my thoughts flow. I just let my words come out unfiltered. I'm serious, Olivia. I need some help. I have her full attention now. My words just keep coming. I feel like I did everything right. But it went wrong. You and Liz got into an argument. And though it wasn't heated, you got hurt. That scares me. For a brief moment, Olivia's gray eyes widen in surprise. I have a few ideas on what to do, but nothing that won't make someone upset. Or worse, get them mad at me.
Why do you care about opinions so much?
Because you're my friends? Want us all to get along and enjoy the lunch we got invited to. But I don't know how to fix it. The only things I can think of will just probably make you guys upset with me. So that's why I'm asking you.
Me?
You're, self-reliant. You're strong in your stance to never accept help on account of your condition. The longest time, that confused me. Well, it still does, but you do it.
It confuses you?
Well, it's like others are willing to give, and giving feels good. So when you deny it, it's like telling them those thoughts don't matter.
One way to put it.
That's the part I don't get. Even though everyone stands to gain something for the sake of your goals, you don't accept it. You take the hard road. Saying it out loud. I like it. I'm willing to give it a shot, but I don't know how. What else do you do when there's no good option?
Wow. Well, thanks. I guess. I'll put it this way. It'd make an alcoholic happy to give them alcohol, even though it hurts them. But sending them to rehab, it's painful. It's not a happy journey to make.
But it's good for them.
Absolutely, that's my point. Don't worry about making others comfortable and happy if something needs to getting done. In my case, that means ignoring the help because my own goals need to be done. If it makes some uncomfortable, then it's their problem, not mine. When something needs doing, you just gotta do it. And when no option seems like it'll make people happy, well, you do what you can. Make sense? I'm making this up as I go along.
I think so, yeah.
If it's the right thing, you get the support you need. After all, I got you. And even if you don't, standing alone for your standards is cool. You'll be trying, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Thanks, Olivia.
Hey, you're welcome.
Saying all that out loud is helping me understand a few things, too. You ready to head back? I have an idea how to smooth everything over.
Sure.
I'm curious what I have in mind. Even if you think I won't like it. I start heading back to the table. Olivia follows close behind me.
Hey, you guys are back. Everything good? All cooled off?
Yeah, everything's great. I want to give my 2 cents to try and resolve everything. Okay. 2 separate dialogues depending on whether you find Olivia or not. Both of you are wrong only appears in version A. Not name the citizen. At this point, this is a point choice, however, so choose both of you are wrong and get 1 point for Inko. Okay. Both of you are wrong. Okay, so what's interesting is that there's only one choice left that matters after this. So I'm actually wondering, can we finish this tonight? Okay, so the correct answer is both of you are wrong. Let me fix my windows again. I take a deep breath. I don't really want to have to do this. Olivia watches carefully. She talked me through this. I can do it. Unless you know on a 6-hour stream or something like that. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how, because there's only, according to the guide, there's one choice left that matters, and it's the next one. So I don't know how long it'll be before we get to that choice, and I don't know how much is after that. So, I should look at the guide. I should look at the playthroughs. Let me just peek real quick at the let me see here. See, the problem is the playlist I was looking at just to gauge how much time there is left in the playthrough. The person that did it was the person that did it in like increments of like 10 to 20 minutes, which I guess is each scene. Let me see here. Also, it looks like some of the last bits of this game are pretty long. Let me just get a good gauge of where we are. 75. Damn thing would ever load. Okay, this is whatever this is, it's ahead of where we are. So if we still got a bit left, maybe we'll just wait for a stopping point. Okay, we haven't been here yet. Trying to also not, like, do spoilers. 65. Just bear with me for a minute here. Okay, we haven't been... Yeah, there's... Apparently there's still a lot left. It's like... God damn, this is crazy. Have to be near the... spot where we're... Okay, no, we've not gone here yet. God damn, man. A fucking madman wrote this game. Okay. Oh, this is... Okay, I think I think I found where we are. Okay, so this is... 61... 62? Okay, we're here. We're roughly here. Part 62. Yeah, man, there's still so much left of this game. All right, so let me see how long we've been streaming this for. Because I am going to be streaming tomorrow. So we will finish it tomorrow regardless. But I do have, roughly like a half hour left to, my usual time. So we're going to roll with this for now until we find a nice, good stopping point. And then we'll pick up the rest tomorrow and we'll definitely finish it. She won't stop being my friend over this. Get over yourself, Inko. Say what needs to be said. I think you're both acting silly.
Both? Really? Both of us?
I don't know how trying to get you guys conversing would make these sour feelings come up. And that was my mistake. My bad. But it's just ridiculous. As I get, Olivia was shut in and didn't open up to you back then, but that's clearly not the case anymore, is it? That was a question.
No, I guess not.
Then what's the use holding a grudge? Accomplishing your goals on your own is fine, but that's your prerogative. When you say Olivia is just treating you differently because she has something to gain, you know that's not right. And Olivia, I hate to say this, but you've been pretty thoughtless here as well. Liz is trying to do something nice for us, and hey, we all get to have our nice dinners in this, and we all get to have a nice dinner in this crazy place. When you say you'd rather be home painting, it's just insulting to Liz. That tells me you'd rather not be here with me as well. I love how much you've opened up to us, Olivia. What seems to me is that both of you just refuse to see eye to eye, like the song from the Goofy movie. Too much pride going on. The sooner we stop trying to get the others to act the way we think they should, the better. And thank you for your advice. I hope you won't be mad at me for saying this. Just please, be a little more considerate. That's it. And sorry if I went too far.
You're right.
That's a little eloquent. That's a little eloquent for such a little argument. Well, it was bothering me. And it would have turned into something more given time.
Alright, that's fair. I appreciate the effort. That you had in mind when you asked for advice?
Yeah.
Figured it'd be something a lot worse. Like the roast of the century you've been holding in against us. But if that's it, that's also decent. You're usually pretty thoughtful, so I guess I can see how that was a lot for you. We're nearly adults, so it's not going to bother us. At least it shouldn't.
So, are you good?
Yeah. Thanks, Inko. Thanks.
That went much better than expected. After things settled down, we finished off our meals. When Olivia finished our meals. Liz had noticed it first when one of her whole pancakes simply vanished. And I thought my onion ring pile was looking smaller by the minute. Watch your fingers around her, my God. Looking Olivia's way, she simply waved at us with a most bizarre concoction of onion rings, flapjacks, syrup, and beef on her plate.
What? They'll make you guys better food than this later.
The thief of our food stopped shortly after that, and through the portions had diminished. We were all thoroughly satisfied with the meal. I offered to pay, or at least pinch in for the check, but Liz refused. She insisted since it was her idea to begin with. But I always figured it was the man's place to pay for the date, and this was a date, kinda. Neither of our hands lifted from the tiny leather booklet. I don't know how long we spent playing our tug of war over it. Olivia at least found it amusing, even recording our stare down on her phone. Yeah, hey man. I was just trying to determine how much is left. And, yeah, there's still quite a... I am shocked at how long the story is. My God. But, yeah, we're gonna do this... we're gonna get a little bit further tonight, and I think we're gonna finish it tomorrow. At least I hope we can finish it tomorrow. Now you hit the part where you find out what ending you get. Yeah, not quite. I don't really know what that part is, but you know, we're just kind of going. We're basically binge watching a young adult drama series. Yeah, basically. This might as well have just been a movie. My God. Victory is mine. I managed to palm my debit card into the waitress before Liz could give her back the bill booklet. With that done, all was left for us here was making the most of the view. Olivia led the way to the observation deck on the floor beneath the restaurant, and she immediately regretted it, as the blast of cold air even had me shiver a bit. The altitude plus the late fall weather meant the deck was most certainly clear of guests. But the view was easily worth the cold, as I made a mental note to come back here one day with my DSLR. God, I don't think I too have a problem with heights. And like places like this would definitely have me a little on edge. We slowly move to the railing so we can fully take in the skyline from the bluffs and out toward the ocean, along with the city's skyscrapers that were dwarfed by the spire. As I scan over it, I double down on a mental note too, because seeing Olivia silhouetted by this beautiful view is... I don't know how you two can stand this temperature. But a summer ending holiday mentioned I think it was Finland that celebrated called Ceremony of Closure of Villa Season, because after the ceremony people spend less and less time on their holiday apartment. I see. We need more stuff like that in America. I mean, hell, we need more holidays in America, especially ones that get us the day off. We have so many holidays, and a lot of them mean nothing. Basically, I don't care about a holiday unless it gets me the day off from work, with the exception of Halloween, because Halloween's awesome. This doesn't look that cold. All she's doing is rubbing her arms in a theatrical manner. I'm gonna be by the elevator, guys, okay? Her head moves next to the... Oh, okay, I see what she's... Head moves next to Olivia as a hushed whisper shared between them. Finally, Liz's body turns and leaves, her head following shortly after a beaming smile. Olivia? Don't ask. Her eyes remain on the horizon. Maybe it's a little cooler, though, as Olivia's face is slowly turning red. Something up? Well... Her eyes trail down, and her hands raise up until she carefully examines her wrists. Watching her carefully test her hands, wincing occasionally as she slowly flexes and rotates her hand. About the painting. Not until you're better. I know, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to be way out of practice when I'm all better. So you're going to practice? She smiles and turns to me, probably excited about the prospect of starting work on that soon. Yes, I have a mental image in my mind and everything. Her smile lessens though, and her nose becomes uneasy. Her tone becomes... Why did I... Okay, yeah, it's definitely almost time to stop. Jeez. Just want to make it perfect. I have the mental image, but I won't have the skill. Plus, between the carpal tunnel and rushing out all those pieces for Mia, I think I understand what she's getting at, but her smile is back again. Once I paint again, I need time to practice. I want to show Mr. Iodakin the greatest piece I can create. Do you need anything? the words cut my thoughts off.
No, I have all the paint and...
No, I mean, do you need any help with your practice? Her face glows again.
Maybe. Well, I don't know how much help I can be with I don't know how much help I can be with my...
complete lack of painting talent. But otherwise, yeah, I'll do whatever I can for you, Olivia. I promise. I submit it with a small smile and a thumbs up.
Thanks.
I think we only stood out on the viewing deck for a few more minutes. Oh. I hit the scroll wheel again. God damn it. After a particularly cold draft that swept over us, Olivia figured she'd had enough of the chilly air there. We made our way back inside to the elevator where Liz was standing idly. She and Olivia looked at each other for a moment. My God, they're... Jeez, back personal space, Liz, jeez. Two held their stare, locked in each other for about half a minute before Olivia looked to the side. So, what else is there to do here? A lot, evidently. Once we had gotten back to terra firma, Liz had taken it upon herself to walk us around the entire block. That's too close. I know. The whole area was like a miniature theme park with a lot of street vendors selling tourist trap gifts. We spent the rest of the day just wandering the city park here. Enjoying the late fall by the best way we could. Eventually the sun sank below the horizon. Mr. Ferris found us. I'd forgotten that we came here in the first place because of a business meeting of his. Liz and him waved us goodbye as they broke away and headed for the parking lot. While I pushed a very tired Gator girl to the metro station. I don't think she minded much. Honestly, she clutched her tail to her chest and used it as a makeshift pillow. She looked so sweet like that. As a perfect background for my phone. She must never learn of this though. She's gonna kill him. Because I don't think I'd survive. Nope. There will be nothing left. But it'd be worth it. After going home that night, Olivia texted me all night and well into the morning. We ended up talking about all sorts of things. Mia, our art, various shows, just about everything. Never seen her that excited before. For someone with sore hands, she sure types fast. And for someone that doesn't much like talking at all, she sure types a lot. She certainly can't keep up. And when she didn't want to talk, she sent more doodles and sketches. Sleep wasn't really an option on my end either. And Guts' doodle ventures were quite entertaining to read. Since then, we've been texting more every night. Not as much since I do need my sleep. Right now, I'm waiting for art class to end. Mr. Triggums is apparently one of those substitutes that demands complete silence until class is over, but doesn't care beyond that. I was about to say, who the hell is this? So even though I'm sitting around about 2 feet away from Olivia, we're having to text each other. She's quite the storyteller with those doodles. Like right now, as I try to keep up with the tale of Guts riding a... What's he riding again? He's playing the main golem from Gundam Finn. Instead of Gundam Wing. It's By the way, I never really pegged Olivia as a Gundam fan. She always came off to me as someone who, like, secretly likes cute anime. Like, she always had this gruff exterior and this attitude, but then you get to know her and she's like, I like Cardcaptor Sakura. But, okay, whatever. Gundam. A giant robot from one of those shows she's been wanting us to watch together. You still haven't watched the anime with your girl, bro? Come on. I mean, we would. I totally want to. Just Olivia and I sitting side by side on my couch. Maybe as we're getting tired, we lean against... maybe as we're getting tired, we start leaning against each other. Gundam, but Finland? Sure, why not? There was that one Gundam series with the Gundams from all the different countries, but they were all like stereotypes. Maybe there already was one. I don't know that series that well. I can even offer to keep her clatter. Whoops. Catch my phone in the precipice of my desk. I see Olivia had sent an even more detailed version of the previous guts drawing. Teh. This is why for how dumb this is, Finn is still just fun to watch. I don't get it. There he is doing whatever he does in that anime that doesn't exist. You almost didn't get your phone just now. If you'd watch it, you would. Ratch judges you. Yup. One day, maybe. So if only it was with her. One day, yes. Why not tomorrow? Ah, crap, teacher. Don't want to lose my phone. Okay. After a couple minutes without any alerts, I accept that the Gator girl is really done for now. With a quick look at the clock on the wall, I figured I've got a few more minutes before I absolutely must hide my own phone. Edoc has been out for about a week and a half, so we've been stuck with Mr. Triggums. But we didn't have the budget to draw him a character, so we'll just have to imagine what he looks like. Apparently he doesn't like electives. I swipe back looking through the pieces she sent me over the last couple of hours. A lot of the references go over my head, but a few that don't earn a hearty chuckle from me. Then there's the more detailed ones, the drawings that'd be good enough to actually render. I smile and save those. I've been meaning to ask if she'd finish one back when she started doing this again. But I never got around to it, simply saving it in a folder. Folder that's grown quite a couple of dozen now. Would Jerome Clarkson please come to the office? Would Jerome Clarkson please come to the office? Thank you. Reek! Announcement made me nearly drop my phone again. They've been going all morning just calling random students to the office. A buzz from my phone has me check again to see if another message from the Gator girl. Never mind. Chi-Chi's acting weird today. Weird? I look at our substitute. Mr. Triggums isn't paying attention to any of us. In fact, he's just kind of looking through the desk he sat in. Weird. Same here. I think it has to do with the office thing. I don't know. Was thinking it was the short. Was thinking it was the short day maybe. Think. Oh shit! I didn't. That was another thing. I think the entire class realized something was up with how fast class periods were going today. Man. I look at my phone on the floor and the corner screen chipped away. Man, you should have got a protector. That's why they sell those. And to make extra money. Picking it back up before any of my classmates can step on it when they're way to lunch. I also just noticed that Ben wasn't here in class either. Oh yeah, we haven't seen Ben in a while. Oh god. I hope things are okay with him because there was probably fallout from the incident with Mia. I'm just saying. Yeah, short day means lunch is earlier. Eating lunch, I realize I'm actually not that hungry. Strange, but I guess it's an internal clock thing. I'm just so used to eating at the same time every day. Looks like I'm not the only one. The usual war zone in the cafeteria has expanded to spill into the surrounding hallways. It's loud enough to even cover up the continued announcements. Ree! Urkel? Thank you. Mostly. Urkel. What's happening? I know. I'm sure we're going to have to find out sooner or later, right? We got pretty good at weaving through the chaos relatively unscathed, but man, these guys have way too much energy. What are they even fighting about? But as always, the table in the back is left alone. Hey, our boy's back and he's better. Damien is chattering aloud about his day so far to Olivia, who's occasionally poking Liz across the table with a toy claw hand. Liz flails her arms around and shoos away the offending poke, but never bothers to crane her neck down from the rafters. Our boy's better. She perks up when she sees me.
Yo, it's Inko.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on at the Olive Garden today? Whack his noggin. A meter stick falls. The meter stick falls on my head.
Yeah.
And her neck got hit by an airplane. I bet that is a genuine problem in this world. Just a joke, a quip.
How long did it take you to come up with that one?
It was about 2 in the morning last night.
Whack him again.
Hey.
Best $10 I ever spent.
Looks a little familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it.
Just like the real one, she'll bully you for saying dumb stuff. Oh. It's Mia. The jerk store called. They're coming. Did I ever tell you guys that I found the jerk store from Seinfeld? I'm not kidding. I was out one day, this was years ago, and there was a place called the Jerk Center. I'm not kidding. I took a picture of it and everything. The jerk store is real. Yeah, I think it was a restaurant. It was like jerk as in like jerk chicken. But it's called the Jerk Center, which I thought was it's right here in South Florida too. I gotta dig up that picture one day. It's old, so I don't know where it is. Bite me. Not surprised. She makes the head gnaw at my face a little. I'll go sit somewhere else.
Doing it and I got a new friend right here. Oh wow, I have an actual friend that isn't addicted to makeup pheromones. That makes me happy. Your ventriloquism needs a bit of work.
Still think it's a little weird.
I'll live a little. Say you guys aren't eating either? It's too early. I'll just eat when I'm home. Lunch ladies don't really try it on half days.
Don't they not try normally? Jerks, did I go to Tarpon Springs, Florida? No. No, it wasn't in Tarpon Springs. It was It's a little further west of where I am. I forget what city that is. I genuinely don't remember. I don't even know if it's there. It might not even be there anymore because this was like 10 years ago. Do they not normally? Do they not try normally? The difference makes itself known. I was out for like a week. I was gonna steal some whatever Olivia makes later. Get your own. I changed my mind. She has too much power. This is great. Olivia reaches over to gnaw at Damien, and I snatch it out of the air. Ah, no! I aim to hitch it right into Olivia's snout. Bullseye. It's clamped shut. The evil is defeated. Tampa? No, it wasn't in Tampa. It was down here. It was in South Florida. Where the fuck? Am I gonna have to look it up now? Okay, hold on. Ugh. There's a place that's just called The Jerk in Key West. It might not be. I'm guessing it's not there anymore. Because no, Pinellas is way. It's like it was like by me. Pinellas is like hours away. Or maybe. Yeah. Was it Coconut Creek or Margate? It was like in that area somewhere. Shoot. All right, this is irrelevant to the game. While I giggle like a schoolgirl, Olivia uses a chance to grab the hand back. Fine, no more claw today. Jacely stuffs the plastic toy in her backpack. After some more small talk, Damien's attention wanders towards Liz, who seems to be lost in thought. Hey Liz, what's in your head? The AC's the one in West Sunrise? It might have been Sunrise. It might have been Sunrise. If I'm ever in that area again, I gotta see if it's still there. Maybe they have good food. I don't know. Huh? Oh, I was just thinking about earlier today. I was talking to Principal Scale this morning while running some errands for Stuco, and she was really out of it. Out of it? Yeah, like she didn't want to be here today. I tried to pry, but she clammed up. I've never seen her like that before. Must have drank bad coffee or something. I don't think that makes people sad. I can tell you from experience. It makes me really have to. Looks like I got a text. Liz pulls out her phone, craning her head down to get a better look at the screen. It's from Ben. Come, having a student council meeting. Not normal. Oh. I hope he's okay. I hope Mia didn't, like, wreck him. Shout Skinner, but I bet that's why she's called Scalar. Normally it's a bit more formal than that, I guess, since it's half day and all. Well, duty call. Sorry for having to leave early, guys. No worries, Liz. We can meet up after school. Sounds good. I'll see you all later, then. So Chalmers. The Chalmers is probably the whale guy. Even though he's a lot more chill than Chalmers would be. What do you guys want to do after school? I don't know, maybe we can hang at my place. Too cold to go in the pool, but I'm sure we can think of something. I look over at Olivia, who doesn't seem to have any objections to the idea, but no input to her. Any ideas, Liv? We could doodle some stuff. Like charades? Yeah, make them into a game of sorts. Sounds pretty fun, actually. I can really wipe the floor with Olivia. Save your breath, Nito. Well, it's winter. Yeah, I mean, we were just in fall a little while ago, so yeah, I guess, winter. Man, it must suck for them this time of year. They probably got the heat cranked up crazy in this place. I know my stuff. I'd own you and your chicken scratch. Want to bet? Ha! That's a sucker's bet. Alright then, loser. Alright then, let's loser. The loser has to pay for food. Deal. We shake hands, making the wager official. Would Olivia Halford please come to the office? Would Olivia Halford please come to the office? Thank you. Oh. The monotone voice of the intercom combined with the strange atmosphere of the school is starting to unnerve me. Did they find out Iedakin broke the thing? Is he in trouble again? We all look at the Gator girl who rolls her eyes and starts wheeling away from the table toward the exit. After she left, everything felt more off. Lunch came to an end and the school day was close to the school day was close to the same. Just a couple more periods before we can hang out somewhere with all this extra free time. I look at Olivia's desk still empty 5 minutes into Prockling's class. I mean, yeah, she hates this class most, but it's really become a bit of a habit at this point. Just like how it became a habit for me to write an extra set of notes for Olivia. I look at the two mostly blank pages in front of me. Like with our other teachers, I notice something's off with Prockling. She barely says anything, instead just asking us to read a chapter on the Great War. I do just as he asked, as asked, and 5 pages in, I can say without any shadow of doubt that that was the stupidest reason in the world, and the stupidest reason for a world war to break out. A bunch of European countries unhappy with being ruled by a bunch of other European empires deciding to revolt and dragging all their allies into a quagmire. I really struggled to make sense of the information, made worse with how outdated the textbooks are. Seriously, they're written so bad it ought to be a crime. It oozes pro-Gilded Age corporatism, the kind that genuinely believes that anything bigger than the gathering of 10 people was a form of unionism. Jeez. With a sigh, I busy myself with taking notes for myself and Olivia. As I do, my eye continues to wander the classroom. Everyone looks just as disinterested in the subject matter. I look over Prockling and see she herself doesn't seem interested in the subject matter as well. In fact, she's just kind of staring off into space. It's highly unusual considering how much emphasis she puts on proper class focus. Yet there she is, spacing out like she's no better than the teachers on the daily. I'm almost tempted to raise my hand and ask her a question to snap her back into reality when the room's speaker comes to life. Beep. Would Incognito please report to the office? Incognito, please report to the office. Thank you. I look up to Miss Prockling. I got called, but she's still the arbiter of who leaves the class and when. But she doesn't meet my eye at all. If anything, she looks like she's actively trying to avoid eye contact. What the fuck is going on? I pack my things and shuffle out of the classroom, all the while she stares and murmurs from other students grow over more intense. My mind immediately begins to wander. Why am I being summoned to the office? They sure are calling up a lot of people. Maybe it's related to 2 weeks ago. The only thing keeping me company on my march to the principal's office is the sound of the rubber soles on tile. They must spend a fortune on polishing these floors. It's not long before I notice another pair of footsteps coming from somewhere ahead of me. I squint my eyes quickly to see a figure approaching me. It's Ben. Oh, we haven't seen you. Are you okay, bro? Did Mia hurt you? I guess the student council wrapped up the meeting, though there was no sign of Liz anywhere. I was so concerned that he was like being shitty to Olivia. I'm kind of relieved now. As the parasaur makes his way closer, I notice he has a complicated expression on his face. Hey Ben, what's going on? He flinches as I call his name. He looks around like a lost child before he spots me. He doesn't look physically harmed. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe he's emotionally harmed. That's arguably worse. We make eye contact for a few seconds, but he doesn't say anything. Everything all right, dude? Oh. Suddenly he turns away and continues down the hall. A sinking feeling takes hold of my chest. I almost try to speak up and stop him, but I can't think of anything to say. I guess I better get going. That was cold, yeah. After another minute of walking, I reach the door to the principal's office and find it wide open. Come in. I step into the office and hold the door behind me, following the source of the deep voice. Oh. I realize that I've never seen the interior of the office before. It's fairly standard for an office. A long wooden desk, a filing cabinet, a few potted plants, and a couple of shelves for storing all the sorts of things. I mean, I probably broke him mentally. I hope not. I hope he's going to be okay. However, on closer inspection, I notice things look a bit more disheveled than expected. Manila folders are strewn about the desk. One of the filing cabinet's drawers hangs open. The potted plants are either overwatered, or wilting. This really Scalar's office? Mr. Nito? My attention suddenly pulled away toward the hulking figure sitting behind the desk. I can only imagine what that office chair is going through right now. Hey, it's not easy for him, all right? Sir, is everything all right? Have a seat, please. Motioned to a smaller plastic chair on my side of the desk. How have you been, Inko? Oh, man. What? What, are they going to close the school? Is that what's happening? Is this going to be one of those, like, we gotta save the school cliche plots? I oblige his request, taking a seat and trying to suppress my anxiety. I think I'm doing well. He nods to himself, holding his eyes closed. That's good to hear. The whale looks down at an open folder on his desk, taking a moment to look over some kind of document. I have news for you regarding your art design. Regarding your instructor for AP art design and photography. Oh no, he got in trouble. Mr. Iadakin? Yes, Mr. Iadakin. A fine teacher. Student surveys are, if anything to go by. He's also spoke quite highly of you. You have a strong relationship with him. Yeah, I think so. Did something happen? My heart drops as Ferris's brow lowers ever so slightly. Suddenly his tone completely shifts into a more clinical. Over the last 2 years, Mr. Iadakin has been suffering from a rare form of chronodinosaurcoma that originated in his vertebrae. Chronodorus. Oh. His tone is very heavy. I don't quite know what ailment he just named, like he should spit on the doctor's responsibility for discovering it, but but the practiced movements and worn-out features are undeniable. He was by no means a fragile man, but the tiredness he tries to hide is barely concealed. Every student he's broken the news to has taken something more from him. Tensing himself slightly to be as tactful as he can, the attempted reference to is lost as he recited scripted lines just as a few too many times already. He can't muster much more than this flat citation. This analysis means nothing. I'm just distracting myself from the reality of the situation, as though prolonging a confirmation will keep it from happening. Mr. Ferris notices my subtle confusion and clarifies like he must have done a few dozen times already. Bone cancer. Oh no. Mr. Iadokin was well advised by medical professionals about the treatment options available to him, and the district offered him a generous medical leave in recognition of his tenure here at St. Hammond. He turned both of these down. The cacophony of thoughts swirling in my head makes it nearly impossible to think. Impossible to focus on anything right now. All we can do is revel in it. Time passes. Not sure how much, but I still can't get a grip on my own mind. Ferris is calmly waiting for me to say something, but I can't tell. I can tell he's becoming uncomfortable. There's only one thing that I can muster. He will ask. The will ask. Why? The whale grimaces. I wish I had an answer. His inflection tells of his own questioning thoughts. The exchange seems to give Ferris the energy to continue, however. On Sunday, Mr. Iadokin was hospitalized due to complications with his illness. He passed away Oh, shit. Hi, Ghosty. Olivia was called here before me. Counseling will be available for you and anybody else affected. Oh, shit. Alright, what a time to make yourself known, jeez. Sorry, do you know where Olivia went? No, she didn't say. I'd like to go now, Mr. Ferris. Yes, feel free. I stand up from the plastic chair, pushing it closer to the principal's desk. Offering one last nod to the superintendent, I let myself out the office door. As the door clicks shut, I start running. Shit, where would she go? The studio room, maybe? It's the best lead I have. Thanks to all those gym classes, I have no trouble getting there quickly. My new destination takes... My new destination takes me up the main staircase of the school and into the second floor. It's not long before I'm staring down the hallway of Iadokin's classroom. I breathe a sigh of relief as I spot Olivia sat in the front of the door. God, what do I even say to her? Man, I mean, I knew he was an eccentric weirdo, but man, this came out of left field. My thoughts come crashing to a halt as I see another dinosaur beside her, gesturing maniacally. Oh. Oh. It's Ben. Guys, should we stop here? We had a bombshell dropped on us just now, and it's past 3 hours. Should we pick this up tomorrow? Shall just keep in a room. You like a nice little cliffhanger? A good place for a cliffhanger? Alright. There it is. Wow, what a way to end. Really, Ghosty? I don't think that's appropriate for what's happening. All right, well, we are gonna finish this tomorrow. What a way to end. What a place to end, huh? Okay, now, all right. Fuck it. To be continued, yeah. Wow, what a place to end. God damn, this game is a fucking emotional roller coaster. Shit. Oh, man. All right, well, I don't have cliffhanger. I wasn't expecting to have cliffhanger music. All right, so we'll see how this plays out tomorrow, I suppose. Let's see who we can raid out to. I guess we can raid out to Seth. Seth is streaming Neo 3. I think that's a Souls-like game. Alright, yeah, we'll raid out to Seth. We'll show up at Seth's stream. I think he had interest in playing this game, so if you're gonna join us for him, don't spoil anything, but we'll drop maybe a little hint about something that happens. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. If you're new here, of course, give me a follow. Subscribe to Rob the Casual Gamer, where I upload all my streams. Make sure to like, comment, and check out my other videos. I will be streaming tomorrow, because FreakBot is still away, and I'm taking his Saturday slot for the time being. And we'll finish this up tomorrow, and then over the week, I'll see what else we're going to play. And I gotta get Super Robot Wars, queued up and get that going. But anyway, say bye, Nico. Hopefully you're doing okay emotionally. I know what a fragile boy you are sometimes. Well, not really, but you know, he's probably still upset about this. All right, well, yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow for the conclusion of this, and I'll see you guys later.